but they follow my eye. They carry on. We lost. True indeed. We lost. Lord knows we lost. I'm about to say something to make you not like me. You might catch feelings and you might want to fight me, but I don't really care, I'ma say it anyway. Why most comedic guys seem soft and gay. I'm not saying all, but a large amount. Have you ever heard the words that come out of their mouth? Yeah, they cuss like a sailor, but they follow my eye. They carry unks and wear makeup and thinking it's hot. I think they need to stop, this is a new era. I wonder if the pharaohs ever wore mascara. It probably was a death mask misunderstood. Don't let them D-boys catch them up in the hood. Why NOI? Stop patrolling the block. We get shot by the cops and we calling the cops. Come on, y'all was on another level. The black man was God, the white man the devil. Now the white man, or better yet the European, and the Mars and the bean pies are sold by Koreans. I'm talking what I'm seeing, I'm just a reporter. How you call a woman to be and you got a daughter. Talking about the Hebrews that demonize women and choose Esau over brothers and kin. Probably timid, soft, and scared to fight. Yelling and wearing spikes, trying to fake me out right. But you can't fool me, cause you make a little noise. Cause deep inside, y'all some scared little boys. If you really wanna ride, let's take it to the beast. Get revenge for our people killed by the police. Yeah, right. Y'all ain't busting the grape. It appears that you fear you in love with hate. Correct me if I'm wrong, we might all don't get along. European psychology got us all gone. You think we divided? Cause I wear fez and she wear oak and he wear dreads. But the vision don't start there, it starts in the head. I'm here to wake you up and get you out of the bed. We lost to get you out the bed. I'm here to spread love and get you out of the bed. The vision don't start there, it starts in the head. I'm here to spread love and get you out the bed. Wake up. I'm here to spread love and get you out the bed. Wake up. I'm here to spread love and get you out the bed. Wake up. I'm here to spread love and get you out of the bed. Wake up. I'm here to spread love and get you out of the bed. Oh yeah, I'm here to spread love and get you out of the bed. Y'all think we divided cause I got a fez and you wear ump and she wear dreads. Y'all think we divided cause I wear fez. The vision don't start there, it starts in the head. And she wear ump and he got dreads. Moors need to wake up too, so I'ma wake up you, so we can get together, do what we gotta do. We ain't done much since the prophet left. More standing on law, we still in this mess. Haven't built the town to hold us down. Paperwork can't fear, we looking like clowns. Never been to the temple, claim we follow the prophet, but I follow the prophet. I understand logic. People in the temple, time to hit the streets. Everybody do their part, we ain't getting relief. The murder rate can be more than just gone crazy. Dope fiends ODing in the hood on the daily. Weed waste with chemicals, you drink and serve. We fighting over information, we got some nerve. They say that we conscious, we might know a little something, but we just frontin' cause we haven't done nothing, we lost. You think we divided cause I got a fez and she got a cross and he got dreads. You think we divided cause I got a fez and he got an unk and he got dreads. You think we divided cause I got a fez? Yeah, Islam. I'm trying to be your friend, man. That's right. I'm trying to be your friend, bro. Help me out. Meet me halfway. Come on. I wanna be your friend. Peace and love. Let me be your friend. Peace and love. I said you ain't never met a more like me, and you ain't never ever gonna meet one again. Now let me be your friend. Peace and love. Let me be your friend. Peace and love. I said you ain't never met a more like me, and you ain't never ever gonna meet one again. I wanna be your friend. Peace and love. You let me be your friend. Peace and love. Hey yo, I used to be a thug until I met the prophet. Now I'm all about love, truth, peace, and freedom. Till I return to Allah. One day we gon' meet him. I'm all about justice. That's the focus of the message. Sometimes Asiatics make me me wanna forget the lessons. I be all up in my passion from all the Moorish passion. All things considered, I start laughing. A grown man with a ponytail, another calling us Neanderthal, and he all pale. I mean, for real, this is what it come to, my brother. We got nothing better to do than talk down to each other. Yeah, we can be scholarly or we can get gutter. We are the children of our father, and the breast of our mother has nursed us all. And first of all, we beefing while the bean trying to murk us all. You need to chill, my brother. Tell the elder the same, cause on the real, my man, I'm really bout them things. I can take the feds off and get back in the low and return to the state where they used to call me dope. But no, I'm rolling with the prophet of Allah. I want love, not war. Standing on that floor, and I'm holding the square. The compass and the axe that might be too deep. Yo, let's not get off track. See, our prophet was an adept. Do you know what that is? An Egyptian adept is a brother who lived by the universal science developed in the Nile. We call it Islamism, but it's the same, my child. Sit at the foot of a master. I train you up, but I might have to bang you up. I still love you, and those that's talking that this ain't Islam. Everything the prophet brought is in the Quran. All the other stuff, prostrate and cover up, is just the start. And there's place to me, the law's the heart. You can dress like Imhotep, or you can dress like a herb. By the Moorish American Muslim unifies the word. You can say what you want about Dr. York, but he gave you different variations of the same thought. You don't appreciate that. You won't appreciate me. Appreciate the holy and divine Jubilee. People refuse to admit it. He the first that ever did it. Europeans hope that the Moors would forget it, but we here, strong, alive and well, resurrected from hell, with a story to tell. So pay attention and listen and consider the facts. You know it's humanly impossible for you to be black. I guess a Chinaman is yellow, a Mexican is brown. Just think for a second how ridiculous it sounds. We can turn it around, but we must unite. It's okay to disagree, but we don't have to fight. Cause if we have to fight, you know how we get. I'm still learning to love. No, I'm not there yet. So work with me, fam, and I'ma work with you. And let's all work together and do what we gotta do. Cause on the real side, we haven't made no progress since 1929 when the prophet left the flesh. We got an Asiatic president, men marrying men, psycho shooting up a club and don't see his own sin. And those that say they conscious, that took your bucks. Move straight to Hollywood and straight living it up. And y'all bigging it up, straight cheesing and grinning. But it was your bread to help them set it off in the beginning. Be careful what you put in your soul, cause it could blind you. Unfortunately, some people get paid to misguide you, misguide you. Oh yeah, I wanna be your friend. Peace and love, let me be your friend. Peace and love, I said you ain't never, and you would never. You ain't never, ever, ever. You ain't never met a more like this, and you ain't never, ever, ever gonna meet one again. I wanna be your friend. Peace and love, just let me be your friend. Peace and love, oh yeah, you ain't never met a more like this, and you ain't never, ever, ever gonna meet one again. Just let me be your friend. Peace and love, just let me be your friend. Peace and love, I wanna be your friend. Yeah, let me be your friend. We ain't trying to be enemies. I wanna be your, you let me be your, I wanna be your friend. Hey, yeah.
Peace and love, family. Press 1 if you can hear me. We about to get started. Can you hear me?
I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. That's right. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line
I got
till the law call my
you. If you
number.
a friend of the Moors, then you's a friend of mine.
I was told to watch my enemies, now hold my line. Those that speak against the prophet, they speak against me. And I'm speaking about the prophet over Who was the first to remind you and bind you back? Sumo rock on the mountains, Mississippi and Quebec. Told you wasn't black, proving it was straight back. You tripping off trucks,
You should be tripping on that.
Now here we go again, acting like you a slave. The same people taught European how to bathe. And looking at women buying European hair. No love for self, but do the men really care? Hell no, cause they got a love for Europe. Whole generation takes the bills we serve. Yeah, they love nobody. Sushi, Gucci, Kodak, Amigos, Ross, Lucid, But when the love for the woman look like your mother, I guess they say it's all black when it's under the cover. Now cypher, I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember, that's right. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember, that's right. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. All you super scholars holler, this era for the workers. You ain't building on the ground, then you worse than a twerker. You look and sound good, but that's only on the surface. Probably working for the people. Now tell me what's your purpose. Hey,
Family, the guest is about to come in. We're about to turn up. Family, I'm telling you, you got to share this with somebody who's somebody. This guy right here that's coming up was a former member of the Nation of Islam. And he challenged me on the show one day. And anybody that wants to challenge me out of respect for the show and the revealing platform, the receipt platform, you're welcome to come on the show. In actuality, after the challenge, I got to look up this guy and I was like, whoa, this brother got something to say. And so I thought it would be a good idea to interview this brother. I'm telling you, family, you don't want to miss this. I'm telling you, it is what it is. This, this gonna be, this gonna be Ric Flair. Whoa! If you want to be the man, you got to beat the man. I'm the greatest YouTuber that ever lived. Whoa!
Worry about your homie, but know that I know every mo that rock affairs. He ain't my bro. Yeah, you know I ain't slow. I seen it all before. How they try to kill the prophet, it was all for dough. And some got it right now. Don't say that I'm not down. I'm coming for my vast mistake. I want my town, my sheriff, my stores, my school, my nation. Sick and tired of the procrastination and debate. Y'all keep hating when love is the savior. You don't love yourself, so you can't love your neighbor. That's why you killing, fighting, marry out of your race. If you ain't for Moore's world, then get out of my face. Cause Chinese love China, Italians love Italy. If you used to love the Moore's world, come on and build it with me. Let's go. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. That's right. I be that more you gon'.
Hey, family, I'm telling you, I'm going to play one more song to give you a chance to share it to your 2 social medias. I'm going to take it back. If you got Facebook, share it to Facebook. If you got Twitter, share it to Twitter. If you got IG, share it to IG. You don't want to miss this. I'm telling you, man, listen. I am going to be the greatest YouTuber, the greatest organizer. And to be the man, you got to beat the man. Whoa! I'm on my Ric Flair tonight.
Remember to Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. Oh yeah. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. Be more. I be that more you gon' remember. Nap Town. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. LA. I be that more you gon' remember. New York. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number.
We got one more. We got one more. I'm gonna take you back real quick. Let me take you back. Can I take you back? I just go take you back for a minute. I'm gonna take you back.
Giving praise to Allah.
Yeah, I've been doing this for a minute.
Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Giving honor to the forerunner.
I'm gonna take you back one time. Owens Mills in the building, family.
Hey Moors, hey Moors.
I'm gonna take you back to 2016.
Islam.
Check it out. This is when I came on the scene.
Hey Moors,
social media wise. 2016, 2015. And I said it's a new day.
It's a new day for the Moors.
I said it was a new day. Check it out.
Y'all made me do it, they wanna do it. Try to break the jaw, but I was going through it. I said hit the streets, they wanna hit the streets. You wanna stay in the temple. Same speech, same talk, same bark, no bite. Well, alright, I'm to Huckabee and I'ma handle that. My prophet spoke to me, he said handle that. Now I'm front and center, front line. Look at y'all, wanting mine, but it ain't mine, it's God plan, a law plan. Oh man, 2016, all you gonna see is Prophet Noble, Taalib, old Moors, step aside, 34, come on, let's ride. Hey, it's a new day for the Moors. Hey Moors, hey Moors. It's a new day for the Moors. Oh yeah, Islam. It's a new day for the Moors. Philly, Pittsburgh, New Jersey, get in the court. Hey, it's a new day for the Moors. Hey Moors, hey Moors. It's a new day for the Moors. Oh yeah, Islam. It's a new day for the Moors.
When I say it's a new day, I mean all that old corny stuff is out. It's out. The People's Grand Sheik is on deck now. All that old corny stuff, I want y'all to see if y'all can run it by me. When they throw that corny stuff on the internet, y'all say, People's Grand Sheik, Brother Huckabee, what is this corny Moorish stuff? And I'm going to break it down for you. If it's corny and it ain't associated with the Moorish side Temple of America, I'm going to let you know. And if it's corny, I'm going to say, man, we got to do better because it's a new day. Check it out.
Kansas City, St. Louis, Detroit, we been visited by a prophet of God, and you mean to tell me we can't go hard? I'm a more of old, the one who rode the elephants over the Alps in the cold. Even went to Spain, rearranged the terrain, even tried to civilize Cain. Now cipher 2016, I'ma show you what this mean. My tassel roll 360. Do you really think you can tell me what to do and say? Do you know I look up the form and bay? I roll with the prophet, I'm a prophet more. Follow the prophets, so I profit more. Stop it more. I'm holding the world and make me drop it more. Now drop it more. It's a new day for the Moors. Hey Moors, hey Moors. It's a new day for the Moors. Oh yeah, Islam. It's a new day for the Moors. Chicago, Houston, Dallas, getting yeah. It's a new day for the Moors. Hey Moors, hey Moors. It's a new day for the Moors. Oh yeah, Islam. It's a new day for the Moors. Florida, Louisiana, Alabama, getting the between you and I am the wisest. You never measure up, it's your household divided. How you gonna teach anybody about you when the people that love you, they don't believe you? Probably think you got jail religion. Need to wash off that stench of prison. Speaking of prison, that's all y'all attract. Build about the children and y'all add that. Don't scrap that, I ain't even tripping. I show you what happened when the law gives you vision. No government grants and no food stamps. Know how to build a temple from watching the ants, from watching my prophet and listening to a law. I will be in hell if I listen to y'all. Listen to y'all, talking all Moors, walking around broke with nothing show for it. Oh! It's a new day for the Moors. Hey Moors, hey Moors. It's a new day for the Moors. Oh yeah, Islam. It's a new day for the Moors. Charlotte, Memphis, Cleveland, get in the court. Hey, it's a new day for the Moors. Hey Moors, hey Moors. It's a new day for the Moors. Oh yeah, Islam. It's a new day for the Moors. LA, Syracuse, Buffalo. Stop screaming, bragging about our greatness. Third and fourth generation see through the fakeness. They don't really care about Seville or Granada. Their primary focus is Gucci, Prada. Who you uplifting? Nothing, nada. Who you uplifting? Nothing, nada. Nothing, nada. Nothing, nada. Nothing, 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 nada. Can't relate because your mind state is caught up in the past. If you flex, I'ma blast on you and your staff. My young boys coming, they becoming more men. But before they learn to love, they're susceptible to sin. So watch your slander. They got the hammers, kinda like Peter, protecting Jesus. I'm a Jew, Ali apostle. Don't get hostile, cause ain't no telling what I do for the gospel. Oh! It's a new day for the Moors. Hey Moors, hey Moors. It's a new day for the Moors. Oh yeah, Islam. It's a new day for the Moors. San Diego, Portland, everybody getting. Oh yeah, it's a new day for the Moors. Hey Moors, hey Moors. It's a new day for the Moors. Oh yeah, Islam. It's a new day for the Moors. East Coast, Midwest, down south, getting. Oh yeah. Time for the Moors to stand up. Stand up. We've been in the background too long. Get on your square, boy. It's a new day for the Moors today. To Huckabee. Islam. Get at me.
Let's get it, family. We are back. We are back, family. I'm gonna actually do a remake of that song because that was one of my theme songs, right? What people don't know about me is that I've been a member of the Moorish Science Temple of America in some way, shape, or form since 1990, family. I'm telling you, since 1990. And I've been through, the reason why I talk about we need to look at these organizations, even the Moorish Science Temple of America, or those that call themselves such, and the relevancy of people duping us and playing us, because I've been around for so long that I've had the privilege as well as the ability to see 100,000 scams in the name of liberation. Now, fortunately, I've never felt victim to any scam, because once I seen it, I got low. You understand what I'm saying? And I never attributed to Prophet Noble Drew Ali. I've always attributed to those who said that they subscribed to the teachings of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. You feel what I'm saying? And when anybody says something, walk with me, family, before I bring my guests in. When anybody says something, as I was coming through the ranks of the Moorish Science Temple of America, under whatever leadership that I was under, I always use Prophet Noble Drew Ali to measure it, right? And so one thing that bothered me, right? One thing that bothered me is I never seen the Moors, even though I was a Moorish American, and I was a part of a temple and quite a few different temple administrations, I never seen the Moors to play a strong, active role consistently as it relates to being on the front line and addressing oppression. I just haven't. I'm not saying that it haven't been done. Don't mistake me. All the years, I've just never seen it. I don't know about you. Have y'all seen it? And I'm still a Moorish American to the bone. Nothing never changed. I've never seen it. Right? I'm talking about on the front line. Now, there was a time where we seen the Nation of Islam on the front line. We've seen that before. The world know who's the Nation of Islam, because in the 80s and 90s, we've witnessed them on the front line. But when you're talking about Moors, you don't really see that. I mean, you may see some today, like my brother Sheikh Hogan Bey, my brother Fuqua Bey, and quite a few others, but you really didn't see it. So throughout the years, I was like, man, listen, we got to do something. And I'm like, I've always presented like, let's go out and do what we're supposed to do. Let's go out and do what we're supposed to do. And unfortunately, regardless of what administration I was under, I've always hit a brick wall, because the energy that I got, you know, I'm a people's person. I got to be amongst the people, and the energy that I got, I'm like, man, I can't confine this energy to four walls. Yeah, I got to be amongst the people. Like, if anybody know me, before COVID hit, the year before COVID, I'm telling you, I would jump in the vehicle and I'm off. I'm trying to be amongst the people and trying to share this message of unity. But COVID hit, and, you know, it turned up the social media airwaves a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But now it's time, right? It's time for the Moors to come out the shadows. Yeah. It's time for the Moors to come out the shadows and put the measure on the line. In other words, share the wisdom with the people. Stop trying to browbeat people and try to get them to join the Moorish Science Temple of America. Share the wisdom and keep it moving. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Now, on this journey where I'm at today, I'm asking myself, listen, family, on this journey, as we get into our 40s, some of us have reached 50 and beyond, we should begin to ask ourselves, what is all this about? Do we go on? And if we decide to go on, should we critique where we've been so we can be better equipped to get where we're trying to go? If you look around at a lot of liberating organizations, right, If you look around at a lot of liberating organizations and you fail to critique the moral compass, if you fail to critique the progress, the goals that have been met, you may be perpetuating the same hamster wheel of liberation for the next 20 or 30 years, and you might only got 20 or 30 years left on this manifest. I mean, you might get another 20 or 30 years on this manifest, and you be repeating the same hamster wheel. So it has brought us to the point now where we need to ask, are we going to be on a hamster wheel of nothingness? Are we going to be on a hamster wheel of nothingness? Are we just going to have feel-good conversations? Feel-good conversation talking about what the European has done and what the European is doing? Or is it going to come a time when we begin to focus on what we haven't done and what we need to be doing? I mean, come on, talk to me, family. Are we going to focus one day on what we haven't done and what we need to be doing? I think it's clear. I think it's very clear. I think it's very clear what the European has done and what our people has done from the manipulative perspective. I think it's very clear. So how much more time do we spend talking about what the European has done and what he is doing? How much time do we continue to spend on this European police killing somebody? They gonna kill somebody tonight. And what remedy do you have in place? That's the question. They gonna kill one of us tonight. And what remedy do you have in place? This is where I come in at. Because just because you see me through this lens, nah, we got something moving. This is just, I mean, y'all, many of y'all claim to be from Africa. Y'all know about the war drum. Morse World TV, we just banging the war drum. We just banging the war drum. This ain't the war. We only banging the war drum. In the Bible, it says, blowing the trumpet. That's all we doing. Morse World TV ain't going to solve much. But what it will do, it will inform you so you can get in position to solve all your problems. This is only banging the war drums. So I don't want anybody getting confused and say, oh, you a YouTuber. Oh, you just on social media. Oh, okay. Okay. A little bit more than that. But time will tell. Now, I don't know what's up with my guest. He was in for a second, but he's coming in now. I want y'all to know, family, hopefully by next week, our website will be up for the Alliance for Political Accountability, and I need everybody to get involved. We need to hold people accountable, but most importantly, we got to hold ourselves accountable. Family, this is not saying join the Moorish Science Temple of America. This is saying join me so we can help us to get up out of this condition. I'm not going to browbeat you with doctrine of the Moorish Science Temple of America, Qurans over your head, fairs and tassels in your eyes. That's not what I'm going to do. But I want to lay out the divine plan of the ages so we can move on it. And I'm asking for your participation. I'm talking about we should be able to see results in 2 to 4 years. We should be able to see results. As a people, we should be able to see results, but it's going to take work. Let me ask you a question while I wait for my guest to get back in. He just dropped out. Let me ask you a question. How many people can dedicate themselves 18 months? How many people can dedicate themselves 18 months to a structural plan and executing it and wait till the 18 months is up so we can go back and see what we accomplished. Press 1 if you can dedicate yourself to that. 18 months. A step-by-step plan structured with goals of execution. How many people can do that? That's all we need. Everybody, listen to me, family. When I'm talking about this, this doesn't mean that everybody has to do the same job. Everybody don't have to knock on doors. Everybody don't have to make phone calls. 18 months of getting in where you fit in, what you have to offer. What you have to offer. 18 months, whatever you have to offer, then you deliver it. And at the end of the 18 months, if you decide that we're doing what all these other people have done for 5, 10, 20 years, then you get low. Then you get low. You understand what I'm saying? See, we've been played by some people for 20 and 30 years. 30 years? And you find out the kid ain't his? No. No, for real. Some of these people have been played for 20 and 30 years. Huh? Now, I'm going to tell you one of our major problems. Bringing my guests in, I'm going to tell you one of our major problems. Our moral compass got to be in check. You feel me? Our moral compass got to be in check. Because you cannot get nowhere without discipline. And you know, one thing that I've noticed about the new Black Panther Party and all of its affiliates, one thing that I've known about that, I've understood that there was a crazy sexual culture, a promiscuous sexual culture as I was covering the Black Panther Party. It was crazy. It seemed that no one had any discipline. That's what it seemed to me. I could be wrong, but I was here doing the interview and I was like, man, that one sleeping with that one sleeping with that one. This one say polygamy. This one say this and that. I mean, it was bad. If anybody's seen the interviews, our moral compass got to be intact, and that takes discipline. If you can discipline yourself for 18 months, if you a brother and you interested in a sister, understand what courting is. Understand what courting is. Court the sister and marry the sister. If you a sister, you shouldn't let the brother go any further until he court to marry you. That's it. That's it. Discipline got to be at hand, but only for 18 months so you can see. And the reason why I say 18 months, and I'm going to bring my guests in, the reason why I say 18 months, family, has anybody ever, when they were younger or even older for that state, has anybody ever gotten a job and waiting to get that first paycheck seemed like forever, ever? And the work was hard, real hard. Press one if you ever did that before. That you was working for a job, and even when you were younger, this usually happened when you're younger, and it seemed like the work is hard. And it's forever to get that first check. Anybody remember those days? Anybody got them days? But you remember when you got that first check, you was like, I'm going back and get another one. And the work didn't seem so hard because you was rewarded. Time went on, and you're like, man, this is a hard job. This is a hard job. But the rewards kind of offset the hard job. This is what I'm saying about this here. We got to give it some time to manifest in order to be relieved of what we think is hard. We got to see it all the way through. So if we say 18 months is the goal, if we say 18 months is the goal, and this is the step-by-step process, whether somebody going to be the administrator, whether somebody going to be the secretary, whether somebody going to be boots on the ground, whether somebody going to be rallying the troops, you got to commit yourself. Abu X like me. Look, real quick, because my guest fell out again. Abu said, nah, I quit. Abu ain't gonna front. I remember when I was about, I think you could get a job at McDonald's at like 15. I said, man, I'm going on down West Street and I'm going to apply. I went on down there, all right. 2 days on that raggedy grill, standing on my feet. No, we ain't gonna do this. I got out of there. I'm gonna sell some poison. I'm gonna sell some poison because stop for long. That when I was younger. I'm gonna put my book out though. I'm gonna sell me some poison. It's better selling it than cooking it. I'm gonna sell sacks of love boat. I'm trying to tell you, man, my legs was hurting and everything. That grease was hot as ever. Oh no! I'm going to a basketball court and sell me some poison, man. I ain't doing that. And like, man, then a homeboy of mine, he got me a job at Kentucky. I'm trying to tell you some good stuff. I'm gonna let my guest in now because we all ready to rock and roll. I got me a job at Kentucky. Homeboy of mine, Ahmad. His name was Ahmed. And we went to school. Ahmed Middleton. That's right. I said you. Ahmed Middleton. And he was working at Kentucky. He was a soldier. You know what I'm saying? And I left McDonald's and he said, man, I'm going to get you a job at Kentucky. Man, let me tell you something. Man, they had baskets about this big. They had baskets about this big full of bird. Man, they had us, man, battering them birds up, putting them in the baskets this big and dropping them one at a time for 8 hours. I said, oh my God, no. Not at 15 and a half, I won't. Back to the trap. I'm selling some poison. It beats selling this steroid poison bird. I just playing. Don't nobody go sell no poison. That was many moon ago. Just making a joke. Many moon ago. I'm trying to tell you. I was messed up with that basket was about that big. Nothing but dead bird in that demonstration. Cut as a crisis. I'm selling poison, man. Yeah. I'm selling poison. You know what I mean? For real. But let me tell you something. I learned the hard way. You can't sell poison without getting affected by the poison. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you, that poison get you some nice bracelets. They get you some nice bracelets. And I ain't talking about them bracelets that you buy in the middle of the mall. Nah, they got some shiny bracelets. And they put you in the handcuff. I don't like that. I said, oh my God, no. No. I said, no, sir. No more poison for me. I'm going to be a business owner or something. But with that being said, family, all right, let's get it started. I got my brother in the building today, family. I just got a little jokey joke for you every now and then on a Martin. But my brother, where you at? Why you keep coming in and out? You getting nervous? Where you at, brother? Where my brother at? Angel Snup 7.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Brother, what you get nervous or something? Who done scared? Who done called you up and got you keep dropping out?
Having technical difficulties on my end.
All right, there ain't nobody scared you, did it?
Huh?
Huh? They ain't scared you, did they?
I don't know. I'm having real serious internet problems. It won't I tried 3 of my computers. It must be the internet.
What
Sir.
you got, dial up?
I could try to go to my telephone, but my phone won't let me reverse it.
What you mean? Reverse what? Hey, brother, you sent me a flyer. You sent me a flyer that you was the supreme masculine something.
I can't, it's so bad on my side, I can't even hear what you're saying.
Where your phone at?
Yeah, I could phone.
Now, hold up. Now, I'm going to send you the link to your phone. I'm going to send you the link right now.
Yeah.
All right? Stay right there. I'm going to send you the link right now. Right through your phone. Man, people want to hear what you guys say. You can't be hiding behind no phone.
Let me call you back on my phone.
Now, I'm sending you the link.
Do it on my phone.
Hit the link.
Yeah.
Nah, listen, y'all don't want to miss this. Y'all don't want to miss this. Y'all want him right here talking to you. I'm trying to tell you, this guy, I'm trying to tell you, woo! But anyway, family, how y'all doing today? We got Cryptonomics in the building. He tried to record. All he got to do is ask me for it and give him a reason he can load it on his thing. I hope he ain't trying to do that. You know what I mean? All he got to do is give me the what's that? Let me to say he want the video. I give him the video. Who else we got? In here? No pin, no sword. 322. This gonna be a heavy one here. If we can get this brother loaded up properly, he keep dropping out, family. He's keep dropping out. Hey, family, do y'all know anybody? Have y'all seen the update that the you see the brother from y'all been with me for a long time. Did y'all see that the brother from what is it? Fred Hampton Gun Club, the leader of Fred Hampton Gun Club, has jumped ship on Grandmaster Jay. Y'all remember that me and him had went toe to toe because he was defending Grandmaster Jay. Anybody see that? Anybody see that? Yeah, he got out of there. And I didn't really hear the whole thing. I mean, we got to get back. We got to get back on. We got to get back on GMJ. Yeah, we got to get the updates on Grandmaster Jay. We got to get the updates. And I think I'm going to throw it on. What's today? Today is Tuesday. I might. Yeah, but Crip say GMJ trying to gain traction again. But I'm going to tell you, GMJ, he lost everybody. There is no, I'm going to try to do a show tomorrow on it. I'm going to do my best to do a show tomorrow on it. And I'm going to bring some clips and everything. Updates on Grandmaster Jay. I don't think he can pull it off no more. Listen, let's count it down. Delta is not the sharpest knife in the drawer. However, Delta is a real soldier. What I mean by a real soldier, he might be a toy soldier or whatever, but Delta was ready to ride with Grandmaster Jay. You see how they was hugging each other? That was a real hug. Anybody ever see that? They was really hugging, for real. Did y'all see that? That was a real hug. You know what I'm saying? So he left. Then the brother, I don't even see his videos no more by the Jeep. He stepped or got kicked out. and he was hurt. Ozone, he stepped. All right, here we go. Where you at, brother? Then Ozone. Who else? Man, there's so many other the gun guy. What about the other guy? Anybody seen the other guy, Locks and Loaded? What happened to him? Is Locks and Loaded still Lock and Loaded? What happened to him? But all the essential employees rolled out. All the essential employees ran. They seen the light. Even though Ozone mad at me, you feel me? He actually seen the light. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. He actually seen the light, even though he mad at me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why he mad at me. I mean, but hey, but all the essential employees are gone. So he won't be able to pull this off because the essential employees are speaking against it. He can't pull this off this summer. He got to go ahead and give.
No, it's not gonna work.
I can hear you. Can you hear me? So he got to give the illusion that he's still a militia. Ain't no militia. It's about 30 people. Ain't no militia. He fronting like he's still a militia that was walking behind the gate in Louisville. You follow me? What are you doing? Uh-oh. Listen, but when you come on Morse World TV, you gotta be right. So, fam, I want to ask you a question. Let me see if you get on. Check 1 2 1 2. How you doing, brother? Good night. Yeah, they got you. They knew you was coming on the show. Man, this dude, Crip say this dude's shifty. Hey, Crip. Look. Crip is the investigator around here with the universal vibration. He the universal vibration investigator. What's going on with him, Crip? What he doing? Go Jokey say he's stealing Wi-Fi. What he doing? But let me tell you something, fam. Let me ask you a question. Do you think that in today's... Hold up, here we go again. Are you there, brother?
Yes, sir. I'm having difficulty.
No, I can hear you. You good now?
Yeah, right now, but it breaks up. I don't know. My internet connection is just suddenly went out. I don't know what the deal is.
So, brother, let's get it started real quick, brother. Who are you? What is your name, brother? Because I see Nup 7. What's your name, brother?
See, it's breaking up already. I can't hear you.
All right, let's do this. You got your phone with you?
My internet. I'm having problems with my internet.
Hold up.
Okay.
All right, hold up. We're going to get him right.
All right, yeah. Yes, sir.
All right, hold up. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right, hold up. Hold up. Can you hear me now? Hold up. Check 1 2. Can you hear me? Press 1 if you can hear the brother. Can y'all hear the brother? Can y'all hear my brother? Press 1 if you can hear. Now we're gonna get this right, family. All you got to do is talk. All you got to do is talk from your phone, and we should be good to go. Okay. All right. Let me see. Somebody said 1. Somebody said 2. Somebody say no. Okay. Hold on. Hold tight. Hold tight. Hold tight. Hold tight. I got you. I'm trying to just. All right.
Hey, my trolls in the house. What's up, trolls?
All right. Now, okay. Let me see. Now keep talking. Can y'all hear him now?
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? 1, 2, 3.
I think they can hear you now. Hold on.
3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3.
They got you.
What the heck?
I got you. Hold up. Hold up. All right. Here we go, brother. So, brother, what is your name? They said you kind of low. So I'm going to turn the mic around.
All right.
And I'm going to turn the mic up a little bit. All right, hold on. All right. So, brother, what is your name, my brother?
Well, my YouTube name is Angel Snub 7.
Who are you? Angel Snub.
Where am I?
Yeah, what I mean is this. So you were on the show in the comment section, and you
yes, sir.
And you challenged me about the existence of God, right?
Yes.
Right. That's how. And after speaking with you, I said, man, you have some outlandish, you have some very unique, you have some, I seen myself a little bit in you, but then I said, hold up, let me get a full scope on who this guy is. And I think it's good for YouTube. As we also going on looking into basically a report card of our organizations. And what really wanted me to give you an interview was you also presented a solution.
Yes, sir.
You didn't just look at the problem, you also presented a solution. Whether anybody agrees with it or not, you presented one. You feel what I'm saying? So can you tell the people a little bit about yourself?
Well, it's really a long story, but I can say.
Let's start from the beginning. I don't know if you that secure in putting out your information. Where is your home base? Where is your, you know what I mean, you operating out of? What state are you from?
I'm in St. Louis, Missouri.
The loot.
The show me state.
Okay, so are you now a part of any organization?
No.
Okay.
Not in the organization as we speak. We're forming our own movement, like I was explaining to you, called the Mississippi Campaign.
Okay. And how long have you been into the liberation business, if you will?
Okay. Ever since I was, I would say, eight or 9 years old, because I was introduced to the teachings of Elijah Muhammad when I was very young, and I was just talking to my auntie, and she gave me a timetable. So it was around 1969, 1970. I was introduced to the teachings of Elijah Muhammad. So I was 7 or 8 years old. I was 8 or 9 years old, probably 8. I was very, very young, and it was Elijah Muhammad's teaching. See, I was raised towards the end of segregation. It was coming like towards the end. That's when I was a child, towards the end of segregation. But I was old enough to understand that something was wrong. Now, I lived in an environment, I didn't even see a Caucasian person until I was 6 or 7 years old. I never saw Caucasian people. And we lived in the rural South, and I never saw them. All this civil rights stuff, all this thing that was going on, Jim Crow was going on around us, I never saw a Caucasian man till I was walking. and running around. I didn't know Caucasian people existed. Can you imagine that? I didn't even know these people existed. Until one day, my grandfather, who was a sharecropper, I was out in the field. I never had to pick cotton. My mama, grandparents, and everybody, they picked cotton. I picked cotton because it was fun. They picked cotton because it was for a living, you starved. So one day, this Peckerwood showed up. I guess he's the one that owned the land or whatever. And I'm looking at him like, what the hell is that? I've never seen a Caucasian person before. And he was one of the worst examples of Caucasian hood. You know, but that was the first time I saw my grandfather act different because he was the man of the house. You know, Mr. Macho in the house. But when this Peckerwood showed up, I noticed he dropped his head and he talked low, and that was very strange to me. I never seen my grandfather buck down to nobody like that. So it made me wonder what it is about this strange-looking guy that made my grandfather bow down like that. Because my grandfather didn't bow down to nobody. My grandfather was a big man, almost 7 foot tall, big. You know how the brothers is. But when this cracker showed up, he put his head down low, started pointing toward the field. I didn't understand that. And later on, I had relatives that was introduced to Elijah Muhammad's teaching, and they came from New York and brought the teachings down to us. And my mother was not interested in that Muslim stuff. And my people gave my mother a whole bunch of all of Elijah Muhammad's books. And she threw them straight in the trash. She said, I told you, I'm not interested in Muslim. Oh, you know, she used profanity. And she threw all those books in the trash. When she left, when she turned her back, I was just curious. And I went to the trash and got all of them out the trash. And the first book I read was Message to the Black Man of America. And the first chapter that I read was The Making of the Devil. And that was very interesting to me because I was raised Baptist, you know, in the Christian church. And this man talking about this devil, I thought the devil had red horns and he was a spirit, and he's telling me that the white man is the devil. And so that was started my journey. And Elijah Muhammad told me what was going on. Because my mother didn't tell me about Jim Crow. My grandfather didn't tell me about Jim Crow. Nobody was telling the children what was going on around us. I learned it all from Elijah Muhammad's book. And I became very rebellious. So when I went to school, when I was going to school, it was mandatory that you stand up and pledge allegiance to this country. Now, it's 500-600 people in this school. I'm the only one. I'm not doing it. Well, young man, I don't got to do nothing except be black and die. Here I am, 8 years old, telling them I just got to be black and die. I'm not going to pledge allegiance to a country that enslaved my people, and I didn't know all this, the lynching and the discrimination. I didn't know all that was going on until Elijah Muhammad's book. And I protested by myself. I refused to pledge of allegiance. They called my mother, and all praise, I guess you would say in religion, all praise due to Allah. My mother backed me up. She said, my son don't want to pledge of allegiance. He don't got to do it. And I didn't do it. We moved from Mississippi to a suburb in Illinois, right across the river from St. Louis, Missouri. And my rebellion continued. And contrary to popular belief, people think that Jim Crow ended in the 60s. Actually, Jim Crow steady held his evil hand all the way into the 70s. I know because I lived it. I know because I don't have to read it in no book. I lived it. Now here you are. When you was growing up, you probably had a tornado drill. They tell the children, just in case there's a tornado, get under the desk and all that kind of stuff. That's what some of y'all experienced. When I was a little boy, we had race riot drill. You hear me? I don't know if nobody else ever told you that. I had race riot drill because we was on one side of the track and the white folks was on the other side, and you never know when something kick off, and the white teenagers and the black teenagers would throw down. And they would bring all those little children, tell us to hide in our desk. They locked the door because they was fighting outside. This was the 70s, the early 70s. The Black Panther Party was still going strong. I didn't know anything about them yet. All thing I knew really was the Nation of Islam. That's all. Oh.
You all right, brother?
Okay. I was just wondering. Okay. So that's what I had to do when I was growing up. And the Nation of Islam inspired me. Elijah Muhammad became my father. Group of men, the brotherhood, the sisterhood, they was looking good, standing strong, all about us black people. I loved it. And I wanted to be in the nation. I wanted to be part of that. Under Elijah Muhammad. At this time, I did not know about Malcolm X. And the only teacher that I ever had was Elijah Muhammad. His books. I never had a minister to teach me nothing. Everything that I know came from the lessons, came from my people joined the nation, and they would send me those books, the lessons. They send me everything because they know how bad I wanted to be part of the Nation of Islam. But of course, as you know, Elijah Muhammad passed away in 1975. And I cried like a baby. I'm not going to lie. I cried like a baby. But I cried about some other folks too. You know, I cried when Bruce Lee died. I was a Bruce Lee fan. I cried when Bruce Lee died. And when I was growing up, Bruce Lee was black. See, I lived it. I don't know what y'all talking about. When I was a little boy, when Bruce Lee was here alive, he was black in our community. He was accepted as a black man in my community. Everybody loved Bruce Lee. He was a black man as far as we was concerned. He was a part of the black community. And now I hear people down in Bruce Lee, I'm not into those martial arts. They talk about Jim Kelly. Jim Kelly got his break because of Bruce Lee. And a lot of black people got involved in martial arts because of Bruce Lee. I was interested in martial arts, and all of our schoolmates, all of us was interested in martial arts because of Bruce Lee.
So when did you ultimately, can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
So when did you ultimately, when did you ultimately join the Nation of Islam?
Well, it was 1981. And the intent was not to join the Nation of Islam. The intent was to go to New York City and seek my fortune being an entertainer. I always wanted to be an entertainer. Anything to do with entertainment, I want to sing, dance, write, all that kind of good stuff. That's what I wanted to do. And I went, and of course, I still had love for the Nation of Islam in my heart. And by this time, Elijah Muhammad, let me move this off the comment section because idiots in the comment section, I can't throw me off.
Yeah, brother, stay focused, stay focused. I'm trying to find out your journey and leading up to the solution.
Yeah, I want to stay focused. That's why I had to remove the comment section because you got idiots my trolls in the comment section.
How you get so many trolls? We got to get to that too.
I don't know.
You been around that long? Where I've been, I must have been under a rock.
I done had trolls for years. Some of these folks been trolling me for years. I mean, like 10 years.
What you been
5 or 10 years.
Hold on. All right. Well, we're going to get to that in a minute. So, so you joined the Nation of Islam in 1981?
Yeah, I went, brother Maurice Muhammad. I think he's brother Abdul Alim Muhammad. He's the minister of well, he was the minister of Temple Number 4 in Washington, D.C. And now he's anyway, he's the main one speaking when it comes to the Nation of Islam health issue. Brother Ali Muhammad, I think that's what his name is. He was teaching that day, and I joined. In 1981.
What did you?
Matter of fact,
did you become FOI?
Yeah, in about 2 weeks.
You hold up, stop. They don't make no FOI in 2 weeks, brother. 2 weeks.
Yeah. I wrote the letter and went through all that. It didn't take long.
Brother.
I was ready to go.
And you was FOI.
I was FOI.
Did you?
I was on post. Sure was. Now, see, you have to understand this.
Nah, I think it's a good thing. Hey.
See, Minister Farrakhan he was still in the rebuilding process.
Absolutely. So it does make sense. It does make sense.
So they can't take the time or whatever. And plus, it's not like I'm a stranger. I got relatives that was in the same mosque.
Right. And it does make sense because around 1980 is when Farrakhan actually began to get the building blocks to move forward. It wasn't the Farrakhan or the NOI that we see today.
No.
Absolutely. So it makes sense. I mean,
look, I joined Minister Farrakhan when the audience was maybe 30 people or less.
And let me tell y'all something, family. He actually is. If you've been around long enough, you would know that in the 80s, Farrakhan left Wallace Dean Muhammad, and he began to build, and that's one of my inspirations for building the Moorish Science Temple of America. That Farrakhan back in the day, that put the nation on his back. I'm really not too wrapped around the politics and movement of Farrakhan today, but back then he put the nation on his back, and you got to give him credit for that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So when you joined in 81, were you positioned in a mosque or a temple or something?
I joined Temple Number 7, New York City.
Temple Number 7. Man, that's Malcolm X temple, ain't it?
Yeah, that would be Malcolm X temple. But it's not Malcolm X temple like back in the day. This is a whole brand new rebuilding process.
Yeah, absolutely. I get it, but I'm just saying I remember New York City, Muhammad Mosque Number 7. I think that's what it was called, right?
Yeah.
So
and you also had Number 7B and C, like in Brooklyn and the Bronx. That would be B and C or something like that.
Okay. So how long were you with the Nation of Islam?
I was with the Nation of Islam, I would say 3 strong years and 6 weak years. That's what I would say. Okay,
let's start with the strong years. What would you consider to be the strong years?
Between 81 and 84.
Okay, you was a frontline soldier.
Oh, no doubt. I was willing to kill a brick for Farrakhan. And Farrakhan wasn't the same. He's not what he was back in the 80s. He don't talk. He don't talk like he used to back in the 80s. He's watered down the teachings and Well, that's a whole different story too. It's just not the same.
Well, I seen some people in the chat that's familiar with you. They say that you don't play no games, that you be coming at the minister. Do you actually? Is that some people say that? I mean, do you actually be coming at the minister?
This is how I would say. I have nothing against Minister Farrakhan, but then I do have something against Minister Farrakhan. Because like we talked earlier, if it wasn't for Minister Farrakhan, I wouldn't be talking to you. Matter of fact, I would even say this. Minister Farrakhan and his rebuilding process of the Nation of Islam, that's what brought all this so-called black conscious stuff out of the wilderness. Because, and I'm saying this from my experience, because I was on the street. There was no social media in 1981. I was on the street. So I can say this because I was on the street. All this Kemetic, Hebrew Israelitism, I take that back. There was a few Hebrew Israelites on the street. And most of them, they actually live in Israel now. The ones that I remember, they actually live in Israel. When I was in 81, that brother took his people and they actually went to Israel. Now, all this other stuff, there was no new Black Panther Party, and there was all this other stuff that you see that did not exist. The activity of Minister Farrakhan, I'm not saying it didn't exist, but all this stuff started coming out the woodwork because of his activity. As the nation began to rise and become strong, all this other stuff started coming out the woodwork. He caused that. And you got to give that man credit for it. And you talk about Minister Farrakhan and whatever, but I give credit where credit is due, because if it wasn't for that man's activity, look, I was 18 years old. This man was the strongest example of manhood we had in the country. He was bold, he was strong, talking to these peckerwoods in their face. I was with him, standing shoulder to shoulder with him. I was on post with him many, many times. I remember in St. Louis, he came to Washington University. And this peckerwood, I was in the room before he got there. And this she-beast was talking all this crap. Y'all come in here, who the hell y'all think y'all are? Calling people devil. You know, she just talking to me. I'm not saying a damn thing to the she-beast. I'm on post. But as soon as he arrived, how you doing, Mr. Farrakhan? Is everything all right? Blah, 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 blah. See how they bow and submit? She doing all that talk to me, but when he got there, she shut the hell up and bowed down to the power. I loved it, man. I love that. I love that kind of stuff. I loved it. All around the country, from LA to New York, Detroit, New Orleans, I traveled everywhere. Wherever Brother Farrakhan went, we tried to be there with him. 18 years old, I was a rolling stone. I put my body countless times in front of his body, willing to take a bullet. So see, that's why I have the right to speak on this man. So I have the right to say anything I want to about the Nation of Islam, because I put in the work. And the reason why you can listen to Farrakhan, and the reason why you can do what you do, because of me, and all those in 1981, 82, I didn't see your hat there ass there. Where were you? Some of these suckers talking this crap weren't even born yet. And if you was born, you was still sucking Similac off your mama's breath. That's what you was doing. Crawling on the floor, taking a doo-doo and a pee-pee on yourself. That's what you was doing. And now you got a little age on you. You don't come here and tell me. You can't tell me nothing.
But are you?
I'm living the history.
Are you disgruntled with the minister? I'm gonna get back to the interview of the rise of what you're doing now. But are you disgruntled with the minister?
What do they mean by disgruntled?
What I mean is, are you disappointed in the direction that the minister went?
I'm that, yes.
And what disappointed?
Some people compare me to a disgruntled employee. A disgruntled employee gets paid. I never got paid a dime. You ain't giving me nothing.
All right, so let's rewind a little bit. Were you one of the original paper sellers and bean pie sellers on the corners that we were so used to in the 80s and the 90s?
Yes. The original Final Call newspaper was printed in Minister Farrakhan house, I think in the basement. When I joined the Nation of Islam, they was printing the Final Call volume number 2. When I joined, they had a volume number 1. I don't know how many issues the volume is, but when I joined, they was on volume number 2. And my temple, I joined the St. Louis temple, and St. Louis is only 300 some miles from Chicago. And we used to go back and forth to Chicago all the time. I don't know if Mr. Farrakhan still has that house, but that's where the original papers came out of his house. And we would go get those papers. Now, Mr. Farrakhan, I'm not saying that me and Minister Farrakhan was buddy-buddy. It wasn't, I never had a relationship like that with him. But I was around him a lot because St. Louis wasn't that far from Chicago, and we used to go back and forth to Chicago all the time. And I had the brother who was a mechanic work on Minister Farrakhan's car. Minister Farrakhan, when I knew him, there was no $1,000 suit. There was no $500 shoes. There was no limousine. None of that existed. He had 2 cars. It was a broken down Cadillac and a broken down Lincoln. And me and brother Frank was the official Nation of Islam mechanic, and I was free, so I would go with Brother Frank to Chicago to keep Minister Farrakhan on the road. And Brother Frank was a master. He's probably deceased now because he was a very old man at that time. Brother Frank was a master mechanic. We went to the junkyard. I don't know. Are you familiar with the Ford Maverick?
Absolutely.
Remember in the 70s, they used to make a lot of small cars.
Yeah, Ford Maverick, absolutely.
Yeah. Myself and Brother Frank, we went to the junkyard and got a Ford Maverick and towed it back to the mosque. Before the week was out, you heard Brother Frank had that bad boy straight from the junkyard. And Brother Frank melted down spoons and forks and crap to make parts he couldn't get and made them cars run. So when you tell
So the best is, you said 6 good and you said 6 not so good. So the best 6 years, was that the years where you was on the front line, making sure that you was making a contribution to the financial upheaval with the bean pies, with the Final Call, and being on post? Is that what you talk? Those was the good years you were saying?
Yes, we had the Blue Seas fish, if you remember.
Right.
The Blue Seas fish, the bean pies, the Final Call newspaper, and then we had the what was it? The Fresh and Clean product, Clean and Fresh product. Remember? We had the lotion, we had the soap.
I don't remember that one. I don't go back that far, but I know the nation was very industrious back in the day with grassroots products and goods for people that couldn't get to stores and get them they had them right in the middle of the on the corners, all around the country.
Yeah, we had Clean and Fresh products. I think that was introduced in 1985. Remember that speech he made and what was the name? It was like unity is more powerful than a atomic bomb or something like that.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
Yeah. That's when he introduced, I think, the Clean and Fresh product.
Let me ask. So before I get back into the bad years, because we got to cover that, because you said it was 6 good and maybe 6 bad or something like that.
It was three strong years, and the rest is bad. I was just trying to hang.
So many people. I've been reading the comments. If I look over here, I'm looking at the comments. Many people said, I guess over here, many people say that that you be going up against Ben X too. You got something on Ben X too? I'm just reading the comments.
Yeah. Ben X don't know. I mean, Ben X has just come out the woodwork. He only been around a few years. He don't know. He only going by the videos Mr. Farrakhan make and the tapes. He don't know the history. He don't really know.
But what is your thing with Ben X though? In a nutshell, what make you want to get
nothing?
No, somebody in there say that you be getting that Ben X.
I don't have nothing against. I think Ben X is a soldier. I would hope that Ben X would get on my side one day.
Right.
I love his tenacity. I love his vigor, his sincerity, his strength. I love that. Matter of fact, to be truthful, all the brothers and sisters, I think that those who join the Nation of Islam, those brothers and sisters, look, let me tell you something. In the 1980s, I think it was still 1980. Mr. Farrakhan said the first time he tried to get Mas Mariam, he said he need a few $1 million to purchase Mas Mariam. The brothers and sisters, we raised $2.2 million in 2 months to help get Mas Mariam. That's how bad we were. Let me tell you how bad the fruit of Islam was. Now, we did not have social media. See, Brother Ben X got it sort of easy. And y'all youngsters nowadays, y'all got it easy. There was nothing easy. Minister Farrakhan would call us and say, I'll be in St. Louis in 3 days. What? 3 days? We had to get out there, and I'm pretty sure you're old enough to remember, because I was in New York. Do you remember when Mr. Farrakhan came to the Armory in New York in 1981? The Armory?
No, I can't say I do, but I've been following it for a long time.
You're not from New York, are you?
No, I'm from Baltimore.
Okay. Well, in New York, Mr. Farrakhan came to the Armory. We only had a few days to get ready. We stayed up all night, and we got those glue, that paste, and them posters all over the city. Mr. Farrakhan coming, handing out flyers. And we filled the Armory up and the buildings next door, and still had people on the street. And we only had 3 days to get ready. That's how bad the FOI is. The brothers take care of business. The MGT, Mr. Farrakhan got some of the greatest helpers you could ever ask for. I know it. My family members, they ain't joking. Well, they too old now. They on the older side. They can't do what they used to do. But back in the day, and we did not have social media. Y'all got it easy. Now, you got to remember, there was no social media in 1995 either. Not on the level that you have. If it was, it's not on the level. And you still see Farrakhan was able to gather 1 million men, more than 1 million men, to Washington, D.C. You have social media, we should be able to gather millions. Matter of fact, all of us should be gathering. with social media, but that's another thing. So I don't have nothing. I actually enjoyed my time in the FY. I'm proud to say I wore a bow tie. I'm proud to say I sold bean pies.
Well, what made you take it off?
What made me take it off was I was 18 years old. I just came out of high school. The only thing I know is Nation of Islam teaching. The only thing I know is Baptist teaching. I was influenced by the Christian church. I don't know nothing. I don't even know myself. I'm following the guidance of my elders who's supposed to know better and supposed to be guiding me right. And I gave them that opportunity. But I tell you this about me. I'm a self-thinker. Always been a self-thinker. I always examine things. I don't know what's going on. It sounds strange to me. But see, I didn't know about nothing else. So how can I act upon something and I don't know? So the best thing that was put on my plate was Nation of Islam teaching. And so I try to work with it. And I had fun at 18 years old. I just come out of high school, never had a job really. And this gave me an opportunity. I never really left my little hometown. I've been all over the country. I met stars. I met Richard Pryor. I met Ashford and Simpson. I met Bernie Casey. I met Jesse Jackson and his daughter. And, you know, all that. I mean, it was cool. I loved all of it. Al Sharpton, being around Mr. Farrakhan, because, you know, we associate with all these type of people. But, you know, after a while, it gets boring because it's not about entertainment. When I was 18, it was good. And I would tell you, I got caught up, just like Brother Ben and a lot of y'all out there, y'all caught up in the Hollywood. I was caught up, but see, I was caught up in Hollywood at 18. Y'all 30, 40, 50 years old, and y'all caught up in Hollywood. So here I am. I'm 18, 19 years old. And as I'm growing.
And let me ask you, if you don't mind me asking, what was this in 80, 83, 84, 85? Where we at now?
This is still the 80s, early 80s, 82.
Okay, got you. Okay.
Okay. So I'm thinking, you know, I understand giving something a try. I understand that things take time, but nothing is happening with me. And then I saw things that I didn't like, because I was taught that whatever a brother has, that brother shares with us, you know, and I didn't see that with us. And I'll give you an example. I was, like I told you, I never had a job or anything. And so I was basically working for the temple, doing certain things. And I actually lived in the temple for a while. So people knew that I did not have anything. Now, you're 18, 19 years old. You didn't never have a job or anything. So your brothers never reached out to help me do nothing. How can you be a brother or a sister and you see that your brother and your sister, they working for your cause, they right there with you, you see them with nothing, and you don't want to help them? But I didn't tip off of it because I'm a soldier. So I would I would actually sleep in the mosque on pickle barrels because they would not give me bed because they told me I couldn't afford to rent the room, and I couldn't go back and forth, like back and forth to my mother's home every night. So I stayed in the temple, and I got me a blanket, and I just made room in the basement and slept on top of pickle barrel.
On a pickle
Now,
barrel.
why would see? Like I told you, I was a soldier.
On
So
pickle
why would
barrels.
I? Yes, sir.
On real pickle barrels.
Yeah, you know the big
I
5-gallon
know.
bucket. And I would put them pickle barrels strategically under me to hold my body, and I would go to sleep on those top of those pickle barrels and would not fall off. Now I would get in a bed and roll around and fall off a bed, but I never did fall off those pickle barrels.
You never fell off that pickle barrel.
No, never did. Never fell off those pickle barrels. And they never gave me nothing for free. I never got nothing for free. Nobody donated nothing to me for free. Everything I got, I earned it. The only thing I got from them in my whole 9 years in the Nation of Islam, they gave me some free burned up bean pies. No, I'm serious. They gave me some burned up bean pies, and I had the privilege of sleeping off a pickle barrel.
Hold up, bro.
But
Well, I ain't never heard no stories like this from NOI. Never in my life. I ain't heard but no pickle barrels. I ain't heard but no free bean pies. And that's no. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. They ain't do you like that. No.
yeah, well, unfortunately, yeah.
Could you imagine Wesley Muhammad sleeping on pickle barrels today?
Well, I would see. Look,
RZA Islam sleeping on pickle barrels.
well, the way I looked at it at the time, I don't care about what they do. I didn't care about what the other brothers and sisters do or don't do. I didn't care about what they do or don't do. I was dedicated to Allah. So I'm doing this. I'm a soldier for Allah. Look, the reason why I'm in St. Louis is because my relatives who live in New York flew me out their house. I wanted to stay in New York and go to school, go to college, and be an FOI in New York.
So let me redirect us real quick. What I wanted to know is real quick before we go, but you can keep on going. But when did you decide to take the bow tie off and go on and do something else?
Okay, so we gonna skip. We gonna skip a whole. It's a lot of time.
No. We're going back there in a minute. But we're gonna go back and forth. This is how I like to do it.
Okay.
But I want to ask you, when did you decide to take the bow tie off, though?
I decided to go ahead and take the bow tie off in 1990.
And what specifically happened for you to say that? And then we're going to bounce back, though.
I just got tired of it. I couldn't do it no more. I didn't believe in it anymore. It wasn't going in a direction. It was not benefiting me at all. I just couldn't do it no more. And I decided I better just leave this alone because, see, people don't know what a hypocrite is. A hypocrite is somebody who pretends to be something that they're not. If I stay in the Nation of Islam, I would be.
Oh.
Faith in Farrakhan. I had no faith in that no more.
Your phone dropped, but we can hear you good.
You on mute. I can't hear you no more.
No, we can hear you. Go keep talking. Your phone dropped. I can hear you. I can hear you.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. You back.
Okay.
Um,
I don't know, it look like my, well, it's starting to mess up again.
yeah, you were sounding good. You were sounding good through the computer.
Let me read my speakers again. Okay, here we go.
So what I wanted to say is, what specifically happened? Were you kicked out, or did you leave, or what happened? What was the situation around it?
No, I just stopped going. I just stopped participating. I just left it alone.
And ain't
I was not kicked out. There was no. I wanted to get kicked out. I was a subordinate. And they never kicked me out.
So what happened? Now let's go back some into the not so good years. What happened in the not so good years? Because you only had 3 good years and you had 6 not so good years. Remember you said that?
Right. What was bothering me is that we're doing all this work and everything, and they will even tell you now, everything goes to Chicago. I believe that Atlanta and Los Angeles temple, they still don't have a temple because they sacrificed their temple so Chicago can look good. And I remember not too long ago, I heard a speech by Minister Farrakhan, and he told temple number 15 in Atlanta, we're going to get your temple back because they sacrificed, they shut down their temple so they can give it everything to Chicago. And the same thing, I don't know if you're familiar, but in LA, and Brother Taalib was the minister. He was Brother Harold at the time. It was temple number 27. And if you go to LA, they had a big crescent and moon above the mosque. It was lit up at night, and it used to circle. Pretty mosque. But they had to give it up and send all their money to Chicago. And I got tired of it. I'm not working. What about my temple? What about us? You know, we doing all this work. I can understand helping Chicago, that's headquarters. But what about us? And I just couldn't get with that program no more. I got tired of sending all the money to Chicago in top of Hey, the pickles were good though. I ate them pickles. Those were good pickles. I ain't gonna lie. I ate the hell out of them pickles. But I was a soldier, and I had faith in what we was doing, so I really didn't care about what was going on. I'm doing this in the name of Allah, and I'm working for our liberation. Yeah, but after a while, you starting to see the only one who benefiting is Chicago, and Minister Farrakhan getting better suit. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, he's dressing better, riding better. We still, we sacrificing. We're not getting better suits. I heard a brother make mockery of the Nation of Islam brothers in their suit. He was right on point. I ain't gonna lie. He was right on point. You know, how he was making mockery of the brothers. Because we don't. Them brothers is poor. And the leadership is not doing what I thought. Look, I'm 18, 19 years old. I don't know nothing about making no job for myself. I don't know nothing about all this crap. That's why I'm a follower and you're a leader. You're supposed to show me and guide me how to do these things. But they don't. So I got a job washing dishes. And I was making a little bit more than the minimum wage. I'll be there if I'm going to, and I was going to school too at the same time. So I'm going to work, washing dishes for 8 hours, and I was going to school for 8 hours. I'll be there. I'm doing all this work, working hard, and give it all to you, sucker. Because now I feel like I'm being exploited and being used.
But let me ask you, do you think if you would have waited and stuck it out that you would be the Wesley Muhammad of today?
No, because I'm too black. I'm too dark skinned. See, I didn't know, and I didn't notice at the time that everybody except Taalib Muhammad, the only one that was getting some play was light-skinned folks. So
Hold up. Hold up. You got Wesley.
Light-skinned.
You got Nori.
Light-skinned.
You got
Ava, light-skinned.
Ava. You have
Ishmael, light-skinned.
Ishmael. Let's stop there. Let's stop.
Yeah.
Nah, come on now.
Light-skinned folks.
So what happened to Khaled? But what about Khaled? You saying
Yeah, Khaled was a rarity.
and then Khaled was gone.
And after Khaled, what other dark-skinned person in the Nation of Islam do you know about? Besides Khaled, there is none. Out of all the
Brother Ben X.
people,
Brother Ben X.
no, he's not like me. He's not like Khaled.
Ben X brown skin, as they like to say. He copper-toed.
Yeah.
But he a little bit. So what are you saying though? Let me ask you this, and I'm not putting words in your mouth. Do you feel as though they phased out the dark complexioned brothers and ushered in the lighter complexion brother to represent the nation? Intentionally? Do you think that's intentional?
Well, I mean, you got to look at it. Out of all the thousands of people in the Nation of Islam, but in the hierarchy of the Nation of Islam, why isn't it but a bunch of light-skinned folks? It's good for us to be out on the street selling paper, rehabbing a house or something like that, but we're not put. Where's the dark-skinned people next to the minister? Where we at? I never really paid no attention at first.
Do you think that's intentional though?
Well, their God is light-skinned too, you know.
You're gonna get me in trouble. I got friends in the nation, brother.
Look. See, I never really thought about this till after the fact. But Master Farrakhan Muhammad is supposed to be a biracial, which he's not. We know now that he came from Pakistan. But let's just go by what they teach, that he's a biracial. You still got a white man hanging on your wall. You still do. So what difference does it make if it's pink Jesus or pink Farrakhan Muhammad? What difference do it make? Still a white man hanging on the wall. You still have that image. And this is a question I would like to ask them. Because we was taught that the black woman produces all the colors of the rainbow. From the lightest of the light to the darkest of the dark, the black woman can produce all the colors. But yet, a white woman, or a sheepy, or a devil, or Caucasian, however you want to say, she was chosen to be Master Farrakhan Muhammad's mother.
Yeah, so he can move in and about, they say.
What? Why black woman couldn't produce him?
Nah, it says so he can move in and out undetected.
A sister could produce a light-skinned baby that looks.
I get it. I'm a little bit slow. Yeah. I get it. I'm a little bit slow. I just caught up. You saying that it would be unnecessary for a European to produce the image that Farrakhan Muhammad gives us when the sister can produce the same thing. I'm there with you now. I'm a little slow,
Right.
but I'm there with you. I'm there with you.
Yeah. But she was chosen.
The European.
The European, the one that we call devil, was chosen.
You gonna get me in trouble, man. They gonna think. Listen, let me say this, man.
That has nothing to do with me. These are questions. These are observations that need to be.
Let me say this, brother. Let me say this. Now, I want to say this on a serious note, right? On a serious note, right? I want my brothers in the Nation of Islam that will view this know that I am interviewing, and I will continue to do interviews on any and everything as it relates to liberation movements associated with our people. I will ask the tough questions. I will allow those who want to come on to present logical, reasonable questions as well as commentary. Now, if one would like to come on and question my position and my belief system as it relates to the Moorish Science Temple of America and the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, I welcome you to come and ask me anything. And if any brother in the Nation of Islam like to come on and respond to some of this, I welcome you on. I think that we should try to work towards one day that no matter how sensitive the topic is, we should be able to face it head on and deal with it. Because I'm prepared to face it head on and deal with it. Anything you ask me about Prophet Noble Drew Ali, and I mean anything. So with that being said, I hope no one take offense to what the brother is saying. And if you do, please bring something concrete, not emotions. You know what I'm saying? Bring something concrete. Is what he's saying concrete? I don't know. Does it? No, I don't know. But does it fit what we have seen over the years? Of course, Master Farad Muhammad, with all due respect, can pass as a European. And anybody says he cannot pass as a European, whether he is or if he's not, we can look into the data and debate that. But he can pass as a European any part of the world. Brother Taalib will never be able to pass as a European. So that's just facts. You know what I'm saying? That's just facts. So with that being said, did you have a problem with Master Farad Muhammad being looking as a European? When did that hit you? Because you was rocking.
No, I never had a problem with that until later in my journey, until the 2000s. I never tripped off of that. And plus, I was no longer part of that anymore, so I didn't even care. So it didn't make any difference to me.
Oh,
I don't have to defend it because I didn't believe in that no more. I don't have to explain it. So I didn't care nothing about that. You know, it was until the 2000s I began to reanalyze everything that I was taught. Nation of Islam, all this Black power, Pan-African, all this human, all that stuff that I remember. I had to start all over again from scratch and reanalyze and examine. And I come to the conclusion it was not intentional, but we have been put to sleep for a second time.
So do you believe that Elijah Muhammad was a part of some type of programming to put us to sleep? Is that what you're saying? Or was
I don't deal, I don't deal with.
No, I'm just saying. You say we were put to sleep, right?
Yeah.
For a second time. Is that Farrakhan putting people to sleep, or is it the NOI program putting the people to sleep? Because when you talk about whether you talk about Farrakhan or you talk about the Nation of Islam as a whole, the resurgence or the old Nation of Islam, it all goes back to Master Farad Muhammad. And so it lends me to ask the question, do you believe that Elijah Muhammad was of some sort of operation to put us to sleep? Because you say we fell asleep a second time as if it was intentional.
No, I don't believe that it was intentional. It was something that we had to go through, trying to find an identity for ourselves, trying to find a history for ourselves. I don't think that it was intentional. And we reached out and grabbed what we knew. You know, just like me, when I came out of high school, I could only act upon what I knew and understood. I don't think that it was intentional. No, I don't think that it was intentional.
Okay. So, oh man, this is a tough one here, man.
Yeah.
With that being said, what do you, let me see something. What do you think, matter of fact, you didn't answer that. What was the breaking point where you said I'm gone? What specifically happened?
There was nothing that definitely or specifically happened. It was just over a period of time. I'm like, I just looked at things. I'm like, it's not going nowhere. And I just decided I can't do it no more.
Do you still believe that the white man is the devil?
No.
Do you were you around when the minister said don't call him the devil no more?
Yes.
How did you feel about that at that time? Or were you just a good soldier and just like, okay, that's good, let's rock?
Didn't bother me now. By that time, I really was getting ready to probably exit anyway. I didn't care what the teachings were. Because the teachings, I didn't care about the teachings. How are we going to eat here? Where are our businesses? Where is our clinic, the hospitals, our houses? The tangible. It's beautiful that you can call a million men to Washington, D.C., and that's wonderful, and whatever. How does that benefit us? You know, we're not producing. And I don't know how to do it. I admit to you, I don't know how to do it, but I'm supposed to be following somebody. I'm supposed to be following leadership that's making these claims that can take us to heaven. Follow me, and we'll have heaven on earth. When are we going to get there? 3,036?
So let me ask you, now that you no longer believe that the white man or the white woman, quote unquote, I'm quoting family, quote unquote,
yes,
is the devil, would you marry a European?
No, I'm not interested in that.
And have some babies?
I don't advocate interracial relationships. That's an unnatural behavior.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just asking. So
yeah.
So now we through the journey. Anything else you want to add about the Nation of Islam, of your experience? What's your biggest gripe, if you will? Because according to the comments, you don't cut no card. You go hard. And maybe you missed some of the comments, but according to the comments, people know you. I never known you until you came in and trolled me one time. But I enjoy your trolling. I ain't got no problem with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But they say that you go hard. What is your biggest gripe about NOI in this day and time?
My biggest gripe about the Nation of Islam, and really religion itself, it ain't real.
Hold up now.
It's fake.
Right.
Religion is fake. It's a fraud. It's selling false hope and dream. Your God is not real.
So God,
your God.
So God don't exist at all, no way, shape, or form.
If you can show it, you can prove it.
No. I'm only asking. You saying that God doesn't exist any way, shape, or form?
No, not to my knowledge.
Okay, got you. So now, what do you subscribe to? A natural way of living with the universe and with nature. What is your journey? If you could describe your journey, you being here, what's your purpose?
At this time, my purpose is simply to inspire us to become self-thinkers. And you don't have to let go of your religion, because I know it's hard for y'all to do, because you got to believe in something, except yourself. You got to believe in something. Hold on to some savior. You got to believe that. That's not the problem. The problem is that your savior should guide you, and on top of that, your God gave you a brain.
Let me ask you this. And the teachers of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, he said the black man is God. You don't believe that either?
No. That's just fantasy, fairy tale, feel-good rhetoric for people who've been getting their ass whooped for the last 400 years. So, of course, when somebody teach you that, yeah, black man is God because you've been getting your ass whooped for the last 400 years, that's some fairy tale stuff. And, of course, you're going to accept that because you've been nothing for 400 years.
Do you believe that one could elevate himself to a state of intelligence to represent what God is, not the fantasy ideal?
Well, first of all, my idea.
What is your concept of God? Let me ask you that.
I would rather that we stop using the concept of God. Leave that alone. It's got you messed up because we've been indoctrinated with this stuff for thousands of years. And so when you talk about God, you always look at God in a fictional fairy tale way instead of looking at it more in a realistic type of manner. I would rather not even use the terminology.
This is what I'm saying. You just said in a realistic type of manner. What is a realistic type of manner to perceive God?
He's not real, so you don't have to worry about
it. But you just said in a realistic type of manner. So if you say you said I prefer not to even use the term. What would be a realistic if you could give me an example?
Okay. I was taught that God simply means one who has force and power. That's all. You know, you can be a God simply because you can take a gun and shoot me and take my life. Force and power. You can control. You got power over others. Simple as that. Nothing magical. That's just real. You got to deal with it.
So if you know that to be true, why don't you just disqualify the mythos of what God is and just teach what you just said? But you just said forget it all.
I don't want to continue the God narrative is because we've been conditioned for thousands of years to look at God in this fictional fairy tale way. So I would rather not even use the terminology, the analogy. I don't even want to put that in my vocabulary no more.
You don't think we'll ever break out of that though?
One day, I think.
And you don't think you could be instrumental in helping people break out of the fictional fairy tale concepts of God? Because I'm a Moorish American. I believe in God, but I don't believe in the fictional fairy tale. When you told me, to, you said, well, bring God. You said, I come on your show and I debate God. I said, okay, I'll bring him on the show. And you looking at him right now.
No. You see,
listen to
just
me.
Just like Mr. Farrakhan teach. Mr. Farrakhan teach the definite article. You are a God. I want to challenge the God.
Let me tell you something.
Because see, first of all, and another thing, God do not submit to another God.
Absolutely.
Because I'm God just like you are. I don't bow down to another God.
But listen.
God don't bow down to God.
No. A God becomes at one with the God, and that universal principle become one and the same. It's not a bow down. It becomes one. It's like being of one current, being of one universal thought. Like for instance, listen. What makes and then we'll get back to the interview. What makes man demonstrate God ability is understanding the elements and being able to use the elements for his benefit. And that's becoming at one with nature, if you will. And that becomes, he used the power of nature and that oneness with nature in order to force his will to get some things done. That's a God degree right there. Let me give you an example. For you to travel the road every day, right? A man had to figure out how to take sand, rock, and gravel, combine it, and to make asphalt. That's a God degree. That's a creative ability. And so this is what I'm talking about, a God. I'm not talking about some crazy fantasy stuff. You know what I mean? And that is not the definition of God. What you talking about the fantasy stuff, it's not the definition of God. You're taking the European concept of the definition of God and superimposing it as if that's what God is. But that's not true. That's the European concept. The true concept of God is you. And whether you are a higher God or a lower God, that depends upon you. But the true concept of God is nothing outside of yourself. It's everything inside of yourself. So why not? So for me, I know I'm preaching now, but for me, my thing is to try to elevate to my highest godly intellect in order to affect change in ways unimaginable. Am I there yet? No. Do I strive to get there? Yes. So the concept of God must be retaught. We gotta stop teaching God from the Eurocentric perspective. All we doing is regurgitating a European perspective of God and superimposing it as if that's God's concept. No, that's the only thing that you did. You regurgitating European concepts. Our ancestors never believed that. Never. And me being a Moorish American, and I believe in God, first and foremost, I believe in the God in me, the power of me, the force of me. I believe in me. I believe when Marcus Garvey say, up, you mighty nation, you can accomplish what you will. I believe that I can will things into existence. The one that got tired of driving the horse and buggy, he willed the concept of a car into existence. The one that got tired of walking, he willed himself and his brothers and sisters to dig trenches so they can get a boat, to build a boat. They willed these things into existence. It wasn't poof. They had to put some muscle in, but it took some willpower. That's God degree. So we need to, I ain't trying to change you, but I'm telling you that a lot of things that we repeat is European concepts of God. There is no God that came out the sky and built near car, built near plane, paved near road, did near heart transplant. The only God that did it is the one you look at in the mirror every day. That's the true concept of God. Whether you look at medicine, whether you look at healing, whether you look at the power of touch, that's the only God that did anything. Nothing came out the clouds. The God that's in you, that's the real concept of God. And I'm a Moorish American, and many Moorish Americans say, praise Allah, praise Allah. But when I say praise Allah, I praise the higher self of Allah in me that allows me to articulate what I'm saying to you now. So, but with that being said, let's move on. We can debate. And so we can debate that another time. What I want to ask you though, brother, are you friends with any brothers in the Nation of Islam? Have you maintained any relationships?
And that's another thing that's hurtful also. These are supposed to be your brothers. That's what I was taught. And I tried to be brothers with them. Now, my relatives are my relatives, okay? We're going to be related regardless. So I still have a relationship with my relatives. But I've tried to have a relationship with my brother. I just don't believe that no more.
Let me say this real quick.
Let
Let me say this real quick. Go Junkie. Come on here and debate me about the aquarium gospel. I guarantee you I'll drag you. I guarantee you don't know nothing you talking about. I can guarantee you that what you call the aquarium gospel, that the Europeans stole it from our ancestors, and I can prove it to you. Just because the Europeans steal something from our ancestors and repackage it and sell it to you, don't make it theirs. If I come into your house and I take your coat, just because I'm wearing your coat, don't mean it's my coat. It's still your coat. Now you got to come take it back. So go Junkie, come on the show and debate me on the authenticity of the teachings of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali in association with the aquarium gospel. And I will drag you. And I will drag you. And I will drag anybody that try to test my knowledge as it relates to the teachings of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali and where this science come from. Just because a European steals something and he repackage it and give it to you, though, you got to be insane. You got to be insane to give this European credit. Who are you to give Europeans credit on stealing something? You give European credit for stealing something and selling it back to you? How disrespectful is that? Just because the European, give me 1 second. 1 second. Just because the European, hold 1 second, brother. I got to talk to bro real quick. Just because, I can't find it right now. Let me see. I can't find it right this second, but I wanted to pull up the aquarium gospel. Just because the European steals something and repackage it and calls it the aquarium gospel, you got the audacity to say that it's his? Man, you're a part of the problem. You're a part of the problem. And guess what? I will challenge anybody. I'm talking about bring anybody to Moorish World TV. Bring that plagiarisms concept. Bring anything you want. And I will show you how that European have raped and pillaged our sciences. I will show you step by step by step by step exactly where he got it from. Even from our dark skin that's darker than the angel on the show right now. In the Far East, the monks of the Far East that we call India. You feel me? My fault, Go Junkie. I had to turn up. Let me apologize to Go Junkie. I turned up for a minute. I thought he was coming for me. No, but our people of the Far East originally was dark as my brother Angel on this screen. And when these Europeans stole our stuff and repackaged it and put their face on it, and put their face on it, you feel me? Let me say this to this guy, King JT Mo. You welcome to come on here. He said, but he copied it line for line. Let me explain something to you. Our ancestors have always took stories and reintroduced them to the people once they was lost. Let's stop playing. The Quran, it got stories in here about Moses. They're not original to the Quran, but you ain't talk crazy about the Quran. They got stories about Moses. The same story about Moses in the Quran is in the Bible. The same story about who else? Mary is in the Bible. The same story about who else? Abraham is in the Bible. What are you talking about? That is a phenomenon that has always went on. The same story that's in the Bible you can find in ancient Egypt. Some of the stories in the Bible you can find in Mesopotamia. So listen, I want anybody to come for me. I'm telling you, I'm gonna make an example. But with that being said, somebody told me to stay focused. Now, and let me say this last thing, but not least. The Prophet Noble Drew Ali never claimed ownership. He never claimed ownership. He actually wrote an article and told people that it was a compilation. And if you know what a compilation is, it's a different groups of writings put together. It was a compilation. He tells his members that it was a compilation. But because you never see that, you thinking that, oh, it's plagiarized. No, it's a compilation. No different than this is a compilation. The Bible is also a compilation. Whether you believe it or not, it's a compilation. The Prophet Noble Ali never claimed authorship or original authorship of the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America. He says he prepared it, and preparation means a compilation. With that being said, let's get straight to my brother Angel. Somebody told me to stay focused. So brother, I was asking you, what is your biggest gripe about the Nation of Islam?
At this time, my biggest gripe about the Nation of Islam is their lack of production. You are asking poor people for thousands and millions of dollars, and you've been doing this for 40 years. And I don't know what the math would be, but I would guess that Minister Farrakhan probably has had over $1 billion over the 40-year period passed through his hands. And they have very little to show for it. That's my biggest gripe. It's not even about me. It's about you taking these funds, you taking these resources from the people, and you telling them, I can do this, I can do that, and they're getting nothing in return, except pretty speeches. And you look, back in the day, every Savior's Day, the National Secretary, before Elijah Muhammad speaks, he would give a lowdown of what the Muslims, what they accomplished during the year. Then Elijah Muhammad would speak. Minister Farrakhan has never, not one time, had somebody come before him and say, this is what we accomplished during the year. Because they haven't accomplished nothing to talk about during the year. They have a few schools they barely maintain. They got a salon restaurant in Chicago. It might be open, might be not. You never know. And I heard through the grapevine that the food is terrible and there's nowhere to park. And this is Chicago.
So the food is terrible and there's nowhere to park?
And there's nowhere to park. The parking is bad.
Oh, nah, man, they gotta have parking.
The brother told me his main purpose, because he went to Chicago, brother told me that was his experience. He stayed at the hotel, and his purpose was to go to the salon restaurant. They had a problem parking, and the food was terrible for the prices they was charged.
Not the fish. The fish be always jumping. I don't eat fish at all, but fish, I ain't gonna let you tell that. I ain't gonna let you tell that. Can't nobody outcook fish than the NOI. I ain't, except my Uncle Elliot.
Yeah. Well, I hate to tell you, there's brothers and sisters in the NOI can't cook worth a damn.
Not here in Baltimore. There's a sister here in Baltimore, over here, in Baltimore. She can cook.
Yeah. Well, in 1983, and my temple was known for good bean pies, but in 1983, we took a bad batch of bean pies to Savior's Day, and all our bean pies was in the trash. They tasted like kerosene. And I told the secretary, brother, we can't send these bean pies to Savior's Day. He said we spent a lot of money on these pies, and we got to recoup our money. Yeah, but they bad.
They were selling kerosene lace bean pies.
They tasted like kerosene.
Well, people say these are good ones here. I want them from the mosque over there where Angel at. I like them. They were selling them.
They were celebrating Savior's Day. My relatives live in New York,
Hold on, man.
and they bought some of them pies. They was in the trash can.
Hey, listen, let me stop. Brothers in the NOI, they gonna be mad. They like, man, you petty talking, baby, man. Come on, man, you being petty. You got this brother talking about kerosene smell bean pies. You petty talking, baby. They gonna call me petty, man. Why you doing this on my show? They gonna get me.
If it was up to me, it wouldn't have happened. They did that.
They gonna get me though. They gonna call me petty for letting you talk about kerosene bean pies, no parking. Come on,
and
man.
Look. The nation of Islam is not perfect. You got people that do. You got people in these temples that steal. The secretaries and people who get a hold of your money when you donate. Some of them steal.
That mic was in the 80s though. I don't think they steal no more. Not today.
They steal, brother. Nothing changed. A thief is a thief. When you look, in order to stop people from stealing, you gotta have a team of people to watch everybody. Now, the only way they can steal is they as a team steal together. They steal. And
Bro,
believe it or
you
not,
messing me up, brother.
and believe it or not, they will also kick each other's ass. I know about brothers and sisters fighting among one another.
They fight too?
Yeah, they fight.
Nah, they don't fight.
Yes.
You kidding me?
Yes. Yes.
You kidding me?
Yeah, they fight.
You joshing.
Now look, I've been threatened 2 times myself going to the mosque. I wasn't in the nation no more. I was just visiting. And they threatened me 2 times. I thought I was going to actually physically have to run the FOI over with my car. They surrounded my car, talking about I was disrespecting Mr. Farrakhan. I asked them, how am I disrespecting Mr. Farrakhan? They said, we don't know. You know what you said.
Listen, man. My big brother Troy X, man, he gonna call me and say, man, come on, talking. You getting petty now, man. You talking about, man,
Hey,
man, Troy, don't call me, Troy. I'm just interviewing Troy. Brother Carlos Mama, don't call me, man. We just have interviews.
It's somebody in the chat room.
Oh, my goodness.
It's somebody in the chat room tell me that I never worked in the Nation of Islam. If you go to my Facebook, you will see autograph I got from Mr. Farrakhan from 1982. I got a video, me and Brother Akbar Muhammad. I got a video on YouTube, me and Brother Akbar Muhammad together. You see me in my bow tie, all that kind of good stuff I got all those pictures on my Facebook. Matter of fact, my auntie told me that when I joined Temple number 7, Professor Griff was there too. I didn't know who Professor Griff was. Me and Professor Griff was in Temple number 7 at the same time. But I didn't know who Professor Griff was at the time.
But why you got, listen, why you, do you go after everybody? You come after the Moors too?
Not really.
Okay, good.
Not really.
Good. Cause good. Right answer. Really. Good answer. But brother, don't you think my brother Wesley doing a wonderful job though?
Wesley Muhammad?
Yeah. I think Wesley doing a wonderful job. He's a stand-up guy, man, when it comes to representing the teachers of the Nation of Islam.
Yeah.
Not saying that I agree with him or anything, but I think he does a wonderful job. Any good thing we can say?
You know, like I told you, the brothers and sisters of the Nation of Islam have good heart. They are sincere, but your leadership is incompetent. Your leadership has no creativity. Your leadership has no purpose, has no goal. They have no vision. They have no real plan. You are invested in something that's never going to pay off. Never. That's the problem. Mr. Farrakhan is not a leader. Mr. Farrakhan can inspire you. He can motivate you. He's not a leader. He even tell you, I am a follower of Elijah Muhammad. And Elijah Muhammad is dead. How you gonna follow a dead man?
No, he said nope. He said he went up in the mothership and talked with Elijah and Farrakhan. I'm not I'm not being facetious. I'm not joking. Listen,
I know.
Anybody that's watching, I'm not playing. Farrakhan said that he went up into the mothership. Elijah is not dead.
No.
And he meet regularly with Master Farrakhan Muhammad. And I'm not even going to laugh. Or don't make me laugh, because I'm not going to laugh. Stop, brother. Seriously.
You know, he introduced that. He introduced that in 1981 and Savior's Day 1981.
Listen, let me finish my statement, because I don't want you to get me in trouble with my brothers. Because they're going to think
I'll take the heat. It's not brother's fault. It's my fault. I take all the heat.
Listen, I'm just telling you that he said, out of his own mouth, that Elijah is not dead. Master Farrakhan Muhammad is not dead. That he met with them in the mothership.
Absolutely.
Is that what he said or not? So how can you come back now and say he's following a dead man? According to him, he ain't dead.
Well, the thing about it also, he said that he don't have direct communication with Elijah Muhammad. He said he sees visions of Elijah Muhammad, but he don't have direct connection to Elijah Muhammad.
But I did hear that mothership story though.
Matter of fact, he's not going to die either. He's going to go to the mother plane too. He's getting ready to leave to go on the mother plane. Also, he's not going to die.
And that's what I wanted to ask you. Do you know that I'm starting to hear that our brother, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, is now seen to be deified as a prophet, or on the level as a messenger, a divine messenger.
Yeah, he's Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think? I mean, I don't know what to say.
And see, that's another thing that was getting me. Like I told you, I'm a student of Elijah Muhammad teaching, and there's no minister, there's nobody that taught me. There's no one in the teachings of Elijah Muhammad of a third party. Elijah Muhammad said, after me, there is none. You're on your own. There is no divine comforter. There is no Christ person. When I go, that's it. Y'all on your own. If you make it, you make it. You don't, you don't. That's his teaching. Mr. Farrakhan can show nowhere in the teaching where Elijah Muhammad says, and even you can even look it up on YouTube. Elijah Muhammad make it very clear, because they asked him, do you have an heir? Do you have somebody, who's going to take over the nation after you're gone? Elijah Muhammad said, there is none after me. Y'all on your own. That's what he said. There is none after me. But the way Farrakhan has manipulated the teaching, he put himself in the divine lineage. And actually it sounds like Christianity, like the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. You got Master Farrakhan Muhammad, Elijah Muhammad, and him. It's a trinity. It sounds like Christianity to me. Matter of fact, Mr. Farrakhan got the Muslim acting like Christians. He changed the meeting time from 2:30 p.m. in the afternoon to 10:30, the same way the Christians do.
On Sunday.
I tell you this, look. I tell you this, brother. When I joined the FOI, I thought I was going to be a soldier. I was looking for some action. I was ready to die. I thought I would die in battle, fighting the Ku Klux Klan, or doing something, fighting the police, doing some action stuff. And the only thing I was doing was hustling newspapers, selling ties all the time, eggs on the street. When I get to go to war, it reminded me of Glory. Remember those black soldiers? They was building bridges. They wanted to see a war. Never did see war. So I'm sitting around, I'm an FOI, the military wing. When we gonna do some military stuff? All that we doing, we ain't nothing but some damn shoe salesman on the corner. When we gonna see some action? And so that's all Big X is, shoe salesman. Wesley Muhammad, y'all, nothing but shoe salesman, choir boy. When y'all gonna see some action? When you really gonna go to war? What's the battle plan? And they sitting around here, look, there's a book, Elijah Muhammad said, called it The Fall of America. So there's no future in America. If America's gonna fall, there's no future.
But the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, to his credit, he wrote the Torchlight for America.
Because he got comfortable in America. He got them shiny $500 shoes now.
No, for real, the Torchlight for America. It's a true thing.
He thinks he can save America. Now, to my knowledge, according to the teaching of Elijah Muhammad, America cannot be saved. But in his mind, I can do what the messenger of God couldn't do, and all the prophets of God couldn't do, I can do it. Well, apparently, sir, you have failed. You have failed. He failed the mission. He failed the mission of Elijah Muhammad. Elijah Muhammad said, through you, I will get all of my people. That's not going to happen because you are more, and I damn sure don't want nothing to do with them. So that's not going to happen. Yeah, that's the book.
That's it right there.
I got it. Somewhere.
The Torchlight for America. I got it too, but I just pulled it out.
I'm going to give it to the public library. They can have it.
That's a good book.
Yeah, good for the trash.
Hold on, man. Why you so hard on my brother, man? Come on now. Give him a break.
And there's something else. There's another book. What was it called? It was written by Bernard Kushmir. Oh, this is the one. This is the one lays the blueprint or the foundation how Farrakhan elevates himself from being Minister Farrakhan to Christ in this book called This is the One by Bernard Kushmir. I never liked that book. And I never bought it. I didn't want nothing to do with it. That's the book they use to elevate Farrakhan from just being a minister. Now he's on this God level, Christ level.
It's not good.
Bernard Kushmir. I didn't like that. Like I told you, I was raised on that was not part of the Nation of Islam program. This was some added on stuff after the nation fell.
You know, and you know what, man? I don't want to come off as the antagonist, but I do think this should be discussed. You know what I mean? Maybe there's explanation behind the Torchlight for America, but I want to just share it real quick.
Yeah.
Right. Give me 1 second. Maybe there's some explanation though. You know what I'm saying? You don't think there's some explanation why? You know, there's a Torchlight for America, and the Honorable Elijah Muhammad talk about the fall of America. You don't think that? Let me see something. This might be it right there. No, that's not it. Oh, what's that? You don't want to see that. Give me 1 second. Let me try to swing.
Well, why are you looking that up? In the 80s.
So there you go, right there. So,
yeah.
so when you look at, hold up 1 second. When you look at Elijah Muhammad book, he got America in the flames, the fall of America, right, and they burning in the flames. But when you look at the Minister Farrakhan book, he's holding the flame as a guiding light.
It's like it's a contradiction, don't you think?
But maybe there's explanation. Have you ever, when you look at things like that, have you ever tried to rationally have a rational explanation as opposed to attacking the concept?
There is no rational explanation. The teachings of Elijah Muhammad begin and stop with Elijah Muhammad. All this add-on stuff, that's Farrakhanism. That book, that's Farrakhanism. That this is the one, that's Farrakhanism. All that stuff from Sister Tanetta Muhammad, may she rest in peace. All that's Farrakhanism. All that is after Elijah. All this is some add-on stuff. See, the reason why I joined Mr. Farrakhan, he said, I am going to bring back the original teaching of Elijah Muhammad. That's what he promised us. And most people in the 80s, they will tell you, that's why they joined him. They wanted to see the old nation come back. And what's that brother? I think you mentioned him before. I think it was that Reverend Wright in Chicago. Is it? He will tell you what you see in Farrakhan, he don't remember. And he's been around the nation way longer than me. He said, this is not the nation of Islam I remember. Because it's Farrakhanism. It's a fake birth. And oh, man, look. This is not even the nation of Islam. Legally, Mr. Farrakhan is the Final Call Incorporated.
Oh!
It is not the nation of Islam. It's the Final Call Incorporated. That's why he has no right, no legal right to message to the black man, save the Hazarah, to follow America, and all nation of Islam material. He has no copyright to that at all. Anybody, you can print Nation of Islam stuff if you want to. It's all part of public domain. Anybody can do it. He calls himself the Nation of Islam, but I could be the Nation of Islam if I want to. He can't stop me from being Nation of Islam. The Nation of Islam was dismantled by War King Muhammad.
Man, you're going to get me in trouble.
Look, it was dismantled by War King Muhammad, who is an official, authoritative figure who has the right, the legal right, and the owner of all that material, and he let it go to public domain. And the only other people that can make a claim would be Elijah Muhammad's family, and clearly they're not even interested. You don't see them stop telling Minister Farrakhan, don't use it. They don't have nothing to do. They just out there living their life. They're not interested. Have you ever heard Minister Farrakhan try to threaten somebody? You can't use Nation of Islam. Anybody can be Nation of Islam. He's the Final Call Incorporated. That's who he is. Go look at the Final Call, printed by the Final Call Incorporated. Copyright, the Final Call Incorporated. Everything they do is the Final Call Incorporated, not the Nation of Islam. Legally, he's the Final Call, not Nation of Islam. Because he's not. And I'm glad it's that way, because he does not represent the original teaching. He added his own spin and put himself in the divine lineage. And Elijah Muhammad, y'all listen to the Farrakhan, one Muhammad said, and stuff. After me, there is none. There is no divine messenger after me. There is no Christ after me. I'm the last. And y'all just ignore that. It's on YouTube. I wish we could pull that up. Elijah Muhammad said, there is none after me. That's why he didn't have an error. Because he said, after I'm gone, y'all on your own. Either you learn or you didn't. Simple as that. And clearly, you didn't learn. Because when Elijah Muhammad died, they went all over the place. Now you got the Nation of Islam. You got the new Nation of Islam. You got the Nation of Islam in Oklahoma. You got Becky of Islam. You got all kinds of Islams now. They just fell apart. You got the 5% Nation. You got all kinds of stuff. But at the same time, remember, Allah is not the author of confusion. How confused it is. And here's Mr. Farrakhan talking about his brotherhood stuff, and he cannot even unite those who believe in Elijah Muhammad because he's arrogant. Let me tell you what he did. It's a brother in Mississippi, got his own thing going, and the brother want to unite with Mr. Farrakhan. He wants to go and try to unite, the Muslims. Mr. Farrakhan sent him a message and told him he has to buy a $1,000 plate to come see him, to eat dinner and sit down with him. His brother's a Christian. And his brother, the son of man, he called himself the son of man, Brother Martin Muhammad.
Yep.
I was there. See, no one don't have to tell me nothing because I was there when the message was sent to him, tell him for $1,000 you can come see the minister. So no one can't tell me nothing. I was there when the message was sent to the Son of Man because we had a business relationship with him, St. Louis Temple and the Son of Man. They said, tell him the minister said you come sit for $1,000. And the Son of Man had nothing to do with him ever since.
Because the Son of Man got money, though.
Yeah, they have a little community right there in Red Lake, Mississippi.
Man, listen. He do the videos now, right?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. He had a store, he had a convenience store and a eatery here in Baltimore, right on Pennsylvania Avenue. Got the whole building looking good. Yeah, they got things happening now.
Oh yeah. Matter of fact, I went to visit him when I was like 19 years old, and he was trying to get me to join his clique, but my people was part of, with Farrakhan, and like I told you, all thousands of people, and that was cool with me. I didn't want nothing. He don't drop thousands like Farrakhan do, I'm traveling all over the country. I'm not trying. I couldn't be traveling all that.
What do you have to say that somebody put in the chat? Go Junkie says that that it was said that Elijah Muhammad said to follow Farrakhan.
Oh, such trickery, my brother. Deceit. Let me explain it to you.
Hold on. Such trickery, my brother. Soul brother number one, coming to break it down about the trickery, my brother.
Yeah. Let me explain this to you. When this video was made,
such trickery.
Yeah. When this video was made, Mr. Farrakhan was the national representative of Elijah Muhammad. I want y'all to listen to me. Muslims, y'all been bamboozled. Now listen, use your brain. Okay? Now look, Minister Farrakhan was the national representative of Elijah Muhammad. Elijah Muhammad was too sickly to be going to these different meetings and doing whatever. That's why he used Farrakhan. So in that meeting, he was simply telling the believers, wherever this man tell you to go. Wherever you see him tell you whatever he asks you to do it, because I'm guiding him. He's following my instructions. He did not say, when I'm gone, follow this man, did he?
So are you saying that it's contextual and it's taken out of context?
It's taken out of context. Unless you can show where Elijah Muhammad said, after I'm gone, you follow him and do as he said. But he did not say that. He was the national representative So I'm giving him instructions. Do what this man tells you to do, because I am guiding him. So they took it out of context and tricked you. Because unfortunately, y'all don't think with the damn. I'm sorry, y'all don't think. You easily trick, you easily bamboozle. You go for the old okie doke easy because you caught up because Farrakhan can talk. Brother can talk.
Man, you jiving me, man. You jiving me. You jiving. Stop jiving. Man, bro, you really, I think you coming with some serious stuff right now, bro. It's like 12 something on the East Coast, brother. Let me ask our people before I let you wrap it up, because family, should we? And hey, brother, hold up. I got to ask you about this, bro. Why do you call yourself? And thanks for all of those who hit the Cash App. My good brother, somebody verse the original people. My man Ahmed, M. Nugent, always my good supporter. M. Nugent and what's my brother Cryptonomics, and I appreciate y'all greatly. You give me the ability to do this work, and maybe not work so hard with my hands, because I can, those dollars and those cents provide me to say, you know what, I'm not going to do that over here. I'm going to do this over here. And over here means bringing you some good content like my brother that we had today. But what I wanted to ask you though, brother, I just need to pull it up real quick. Because I wanted to read it correctly. And then we're going to open the line up.
I want to send a shout out to my nephew. My nephew is in the chat room.
Yeah. Hey, brother.
What's up, nephew?
Brother, so you call yourself the divine masculine. What's that all about?
Well, it just sounds good. I'll tell you where it comes from.
Hey, that's what I like about you, though. Man, listen, it just sounds good, man. The divine masculine soul, brother, number one.
It comes from back in the day. The majority of my listeners were sisters. Actually, the majority of my listeners was women. And they start calling me a divine masculine. And a divine masculine is simply a man who stand up and defend women. That's all. And so they call me a divine masculine. That's what a divine masculine is. Just a man, because out here in YouTube land, there's a lot of brothers who hate on the sisters. And so, I'm out there defending the sisters against all these peanut butter lovers. You see what I got? You see what I got behind me? I got the sisters behind me. I took all the men off my wall. I don't have men on my wall. All thing on my wall is women. I don't have no men on my wall.
So listen, hold up 1 second. I want to ask you a couple questions. Okay, I got that. So when you said that you no longer believe in God, right? Or
yes.
But then you use the term, what is meant by the term angel snub nut? Is that
Angel Snub Nut 7 was my original YouTube name, because when you come to YouTube, you can use your real name or make up a name. And so Angel is my dog name.
Man,
and Snub Nut is the name that I made up for dog. So Angel's the dog. And 7 is my favorite number. And I put it all together, Angel Snub Nut 7. Just a name.
I'm just asking, bro. I think you're a unique guy. Hey, family, if you think he's a unique guy and we got to bring him back, because I'm going to tell you, he got a lot of content out there and I got a whole bunch of more questions to ask. If you think I should bring him back next week and follow up on this show, I need you to press 1. If you say no, press 2, because he got a whole bunch of content out there that I'm interested in hearing. I'm telling you, this is a guilty pleasure. Hey, family, this is a guilty pleasure. I'm telling you, this is.
Well, you know, we talked very briefly, brother. How do you say that?
Tahaka Bay.
Tahaka, okay.
Just say GS.
We talked briefly, and really when it's all said and done, we really doing the same. We really the same.
Right.
Because, look, let me tell you. This brother here is just like myself. We've got to the point, you can love Minister Farrakhan, you can love God, you can love Chitlin, whatever it is that you love, whatever. But it's come to the point in time, brothers and sisters, that this life that we're living, this stuff that we're going through, it's time to come to an end. Once and for all. I'm tired of being on this hamster trap, going around and around. I'm tired of being the dog chasing his damn tail. We keep supporting people that keep telling us, I got the solution. This is what we need. And we give them a chance. We give Mr. Farrakhan 40 years. We keep giving all these folks, a lot of time. Some of these ideologies and things for around almost 100 years. And where we at? I'm a child of the late 1960s. And I'm still fighting the same stuff that was going on when I was a little boy. Bull-doo-doo. It's unacceptable. Okay, look. You got people that do things, and look, I applaud all our efforts. It's not good enough. I applaud your school. I applaud your store. Whatever it is that you've done, it's not good enough. We got 40 million people in this country, and we got to do something to change this condition. Otherwise, you might as well just be comfortable with the George Floyd, the brother that just got shot in North Carolina, all the different things that we have to deal with. You might as well just get comfortable with that and shut the hell up, sit your ass down and enjoy the ride. I'm sick of it. And the thing about it is, me, myself, I might only have a few years left to live. Okay? That's the reality of life. I want to use that life to help you. Because I love you. You deserve better. I could just enjoy my comfortable Negro slave ass life. And say the hell with y'all. Whatever would be with me. But I don't do that. This has to stop. Y'all got to get out of this personality worship crap. If a person can't do a job, even if it's your mama, say, Mama, you ain't making them bean pies the way they need to be baked. You can't, we're going to take you off the line.
We can't eat them. We can't eat them kerosene bean pies, Mama.
Yeah, we can't have them no more kerosene bean pie, Mama. You going to have to take your mama off the line. We got to take these people who's not doing things, claim they can produce and they're not producing. You got to take them and replace them. It's like a business. The way we doing here, you investing into these people, and these CEOs are not producing anything, but they steady taking your money. No. It's not acceptable. It's time for accountability. And that's why they don't like Angel Snuff 7. That's why they don't like you.
I know.
Well, they probably hate me more because I reject spirituality, but they don't have that's my own personal thing. I'm telling you what needs to be done for what is in the best interest of so these people can come out of this condition. Otherwise, we don't mess around like Brother Dr. Carl Anderson said. You're going to put your children into a class of a permanent underclass forever. They can't get out. There will be no glass ceiling. There will be no rising to the top. Once they get low, that's where they stay forever.
Well, let me stop
you.
Let me stop you right there, because everybody press 1. They want to see you come back, so we're gonna have a part.
All right.
We're gonna have a part 2. And
you did the right thing.
All right, right on. But with that being said, I got to.
My haters hate that. My haters hate that.
Well, everybody in the chat said, let me double check before I bring on my sister. So, family, everybody press 1. If y'all want to hear more of commentary from Angel Snup Nup. Everybody pressing 1. So they want to hear more. And I know you got more because I've studied your page as I've done before. He actually does have a solution, but we're going to save that for next go around. He has a serious solution. You know what I'm saying? And maybe he can touch on it a bit, but it's getting a little bit late, but he can maybe scratch the surface of it. But he does have a solution, family. But hold up. With that being said, brother, stand by. I got a family. Brace yourself. I got something coming on. Brace yourself real quick. All right. This is my vanguard of Morse World TV. Here she go. The fabulous Mo Black. Mo Black.
Talker.
Mo Black, you in the shower. Mo Black, what you doing?
Yeah, I'm in the bathroom, goddamn it. I'm finna get in the shower, but I had to come on and say some shit now. You know I gotta say something. That goddamn, let me see. Trying to make sure ain't no motherfucking roaches on the wall. Shit, I'm gonna tell you. But this is what I'm talking about, though.
Don't stop, Mo Black. This is a family TV show.
Todd, you keep some shit going.
I don't.
I'm sorry. Oh, there I go again.
Just
keep some mess going. You know, National Islam coming for your ass, right?
Listen, don't you think it's time for us? Don't you think it's time for us to have a report card?
You messy.
Listen, don't you think we should have a report card to see how we doing with everything? But I thought this guy had a unique story.
I agree.
Show. Don't he got a unique story?
I'm telling you something. I caught the last 45 minutes of it, you know, and I think he's a good brother, but I ain't gonna comment too much because they said, man, it's a million and one of they motherfucking ass, and I ain't prepared. I mean, like, I'm hood and all, but man, I ain't strapped like that, bro. I ain't fucking with the Nation of Islam like that. I'm gonna let you take on it.
Let me say this. Let me say this, Mo Black. Let's think about the concept of this, though. Let's think of this. Our brothers and our sisters that's supposed to be in the uplifting business would now come and put your life in the balance over an opinion. Isn't that psychotic? Isn't that like to even make the statement? Not true. Generally speaking, though, Mo Black, let's think about the mentality that you are amongst millions that would see that concept as a reality, right? But why should that even be a concept with a group that is supposed to be dedicated to uplifting and furthering the progress of a group of people? Why should I have to worry about this same uplifting group coming for me because I have a difference of opinion? That show you how far away we have come from progress.
Okay, let me tell you something. Negro, first of all, I was bullshit.
No,
Okay.
not you.
I
Not
mean,
you.
like, I'm sorry.
Mo
I'm
Black.
sorry.
Hold up.
I
Don't come for
apologize.
me, Mo
You
Black.
know, I
Mo Black.
talk a lot and
I
I
know
say
you
a
won't
lot
bust
too,
off.
but I be meaning what I be saying to Harker.
No,
But
I know
I
you
mean, like,
won't bust. Hold up, Mo Black.
I
Listen,
can
I
shit a
know
little
you
bit
won't
too now.
bust off. But what I'm telling you is, I'm saying, generally speaking, that what you just said does represent a consensus. Not that you failed of it. I know you ain't worrying about nothing. But what you
Mine
said,
fucked up.
but what
Oh
you
God.
said, but listen, Mo Black.
And the
Listen to
black
this.
woman is God. I'm gonna get to that in a minute while you talking about the black man. But
Hold up,
go
hold up,
ahead.
hold up. Listen. What I'm saying is, I know you ain't tripping off of none of that. I already know. We already know that. You Mo Black. But I'm just saying, what you said is a
Nope.
concept that millions believe in. And that shouldn't even be a concept when one is supposed to be dedicating to the progression of a group of people. But that goes to show that it has been weaved into our DNA that this group here, if you come and disagree, you might have some issues. That's not good. That's not good. But
you know why I said that brand shit?
No, you good.
I
You good, Mo
said
Black.
that because I said it because you originally said, "Oh, you gonna get me in trouble." You know what I'm
That's a
saying?
joke.
Da, da, da,
That's a
da,
joke. That's
da.
my friends. I talk about my friends and them
Just
they
like
took
what
it
I said,
far.
it was a joke, but I was
Listen.
like, look, let me tell you something. I don't give a fuck what you is. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't give a fuck if you're Muslim, you're Moorish, you whatever. I mean, Hebrew, Israelite. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Quite frankly, it's a full moon, and I was finna take a spiritual bath. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's why I'm sitting in the bathroom, man. I got my crystals charging. I got my motherfucking jar out there, with my moon water and all that. That's why I'm finna say, why ain't gotta always be about religion? Why you can't just, I mean, why we can't just obey the laws of nature and just, what, can we just hug trees and shit? Can we just do that?
Let me say this, Mo Black. I support people's individual concept of developing into their greater self. Whatever that may be. I would never, Mo Black, I would never try to proselytize and recruit people to be what I am, but I will teach the facts in which I subscribe to. You know what I mean?
I'm waiting for you to teach me some shit too. I'm waiting. I learn shit new every day. I mean, like Grand Sheik for real. I'm gonna tell you something about me. I'm gonna tell you something. First of all, I grew up. You know, I was adopted and shit, and I went from foster home to foster home before I got adopted. But with that being said, I grew up in the home of a Baptist minister. You know what I'm saying? So I was in church. Listen to what I'm telling you now, man. I was in church, you know what I'm saying, 7 days out of the week. I was in that motherfucker at least 4. That ain't even include choir rehearsal, fish fries and shit.
You can't sing, Mo.
So
sing something, Mo. Sing Jesus is Love, Lionel Richie.
Man, you ain't finna have me singing them old Dr. Watts ass hymns. I been came up out that motherfucking shit. That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. Look here, I went from that to the Catholics. I couldn't understand why the fuck they praising Mary, and Mary ain't did a motherfucking thing but had Jesus. Then the Hebrew Israelites, it's the same with them. They just done painted Jesus black. Your ass still reading out the Bible. And however, I did get some kind of, you know what I'm saying, I ain't gonna turn them down, because mosque number 55, Minister Anthony, Muhammad, Memphis, Tennessee, Van Street. I went there. Everything was cool and copacetic. They had my skin right there, motherfucking thing. The bean pies on point too, brother. I like this shit. But I'm gonna tell you something I couldn't get with. I can't be wearing them sheets and shit. You ain't finna have me covered up like that. I can't get with that motherfucking shit right there. I even tried 7-day Adventist. I ain't with that shit right there. Why the fuck y'all going to church on Saturday and shit? You know what I'm saying? So it was a whole lot of things.
Bro, how you learn to cuss so much?
So I apologize.
You be cussing fluently like it's another language.
I apologize. Okay, let me clean up a little bit. So, you know what I came to terms with? I don't want to deal with none of that.
And that's
I came
fine.
to terms with the laws of nature, the universe, and that's real, and that's what I can see, and that's what I can relate to. And I mean, like, that sun rises and set every day. That
And Mo
moon
Black,
is on a
that's
21-day cycle, just
Mo
like
Black,
my menstrual. And
that's
I
true
know
religion.
what.
That's true religion. The concepts
Oh,
of religion that the European gave us is the illusion.
right.
What you're talking about is true religion. You know what I'm
And that's
saying?
all I can relate to, and I love it. And and you listen, you can sit here and talk to me about some motherfucking astrology. You can sit here and talk to me about astronomy, all that shit, the cycles of I'm talking about all that, the crystals, the stones. I love that shit. And
That's
I
true
really
religion,
do
Mo Black.
feel like I done found my I think this, I know, I ain't gonna say I think that's what it is for me.
Well,
Like, you know what I'm
listen
saying?
to me. What we do, we conceptualize what you're saying as Moorish science. The science of the Moors. The science of the Moors. That's what we
Okay,
conceptualize.
but motherfuckers
You don't
been
have
around
to
here
call
calling
it
me
that.
a goddamn witch and shit. I don't like that. I don't like to be called a witch.
When I'm saying you can call it whatever you want, but
no, they call it that. I don't call it nothing.
No, you can call it spirituality. You can whatever.
Yeah.
You can call it whatever you want. But what I'm telling you is that what I subscribe to, we call that Moorish science or Islamism, not that stuff that people gave us. You know what I'm saying? It's the science of nature, the science of life. So you on the right path, Mo Black. You good.
So I ain't weird and shit when I hug trees and people be looking at me like, why the fuck she talking to the tree? Because goddamn, the tree feeling my vibrations and I'm feeling theirs. Why I'm talking to my plants? Because this motherfucking oxygen, carbon monoxide that I've been breathing out because I'm smoking fucking cigarettes, it makes my plants grow.
Mo,
and it supplies oxygen in my what?
You're not saying anything that I don't teach. We don't teach any crazy concept. I teach this. I teach the same thing you're talking 2 times a week outside of Moorish World TV. Mo Black, you on point.
So you name Moorish then, nigga, you a shaman. What the hell?
That's what I'm telling you. Our people are the original shamans.
I know we the Alpha and the Omega. And speaking of that, when you get to talk about the black man God, now the black woman is God. Who produced it? We've been here from the beginning and we're gonna be here with the end. We birthed all nations. Negro, listen to what I'm talking to. About all colors. I got a baby right now, pink, white as this wall. But that we ain't gonna talk about that because that was back when I didn't know no motherfucking better. You understand where I'm coming from?
Listen. As we come together, the fuse is lit. So you as a God, myself as a God, our people understand that we are gods as we come together in that unified thought. The force that we have is unstoppable because we all are one. There is no difference from me and you. When we look into the eyes, when I look into your eyes, I see God. When I look into Angel Snup, I see God. There is no difference between, I don't see gender. I see my people as God's people and a representation ready to manifest at any moment the perfect God degree. That's what I see. That's what I teach in the Moorish Science Temple of America, which people are not familiar with because Moors teach some off-the-wall crazy stuff on the internet or some weirdo stuff that has nothing to do with the self-defining of your God ability. Moore's.
See, I keep saying I don't know too much about y'all.
You all
You
right
know, I
though.
mentioned that to you before, grand shit. Now, I'm going to say it again. Now, I done went to them Catholics. I done been to them Baptists. I done been to the Seventh-day Adventists, whatever fuck. Yeah, all that. Methodists couldn't get no understanding with none of that shit. Like I said, the Muslims, I did have a little understanding with that, but I also learned it's a difference between the Nation of Islam and the religion. So I was like, wait a minute, so something wrong with this motherfucking shit right here too. You know what I'm saying? So I left that alone, and then I started hugging trees. Fuck that. I did.
But let me say this. Let me say this, Mo Black. You are in the right place because you are my friend and my sister, and you are my friend and my sister, and you know that. So you know, I can't give you no janky nonsense because you're gonna check me.
I showing the fuck out.
So Mo Black, before we get out of here, do you have any question for Angel Snip 7?
I kind of missed. I just caught it on the last like 35, 45 minutes, but I'm gonna say it again. I think it's a brother. You know,
I ain't
I'm gonna say it like this.
Go ahead, bro.
Listen, I'm gonna say this. From what I don't know too much about the Nation of Islam. What I do know, I did go there for like a month or so, like I said, and I enjoyed it, but I can't get with the dress code. I can't do that. Okay, I'm not doing that fucking shit. It was just little things that I wasn't used to that I couldn't. I'm like, nah, fuck that too. You know what I'm saying? But I do, however, I'm with Malcolm by all means motherfucking necessary. That don't mean I'm excluding Martin.
But he
was peaceful, but I ain't with his shit. Okay, I'm more radical, more revolutionary. So I'm rolling with the X. Dr. Khalid. Love him to death. That's the revolutionary panther in me. So I love that shit. So I can't exclude what the brother is saying. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know too much about them. It's certain things that Farrakhan have said. I like how he checked them motherfucking crackers. So I mean, like, hey, but as far as being inside, he's standing on the inside. I'm on the outside looking in. So I can't comment on some shit I don't know about. Right. I can only comment on what I've heard or what I was told to me verbally from word of mouth to my ears. I would never do that. So I can't comment on what the fuck is going on in the Nation of Islam. I don't know. I don't have a clue. But I like him though. I like the nigga. I like it. You know, if I don't like you, I'm gonna tell you I don't like your motherfucking ass and some shit. But I feel like he's a brother though. What's up?
I'm gonna need you to come back on Thursday. I think tomorrow we're gonna touch another topic, and on Thursday we're gonna look. I think tomorrow we're gonna be talking about Grandmaster Jay, and on Thursday we got to check up on Ali Muhammad.
Right, check up on him.
Yeah, we got to make sure he ain't swindling nobody.
Man, we need to keep smashing his motherfucking ass. That's my daily mission.
Yeah, we're gonna check up on him on Thursday.
We can't take our foot off that nigga right there, Nick, because I'm gonna tell you something. That man right there a fucking womanizer, and I don't like that shit. I didn't have no beef with Ali until he came to light. I'm gonna be honest with you. But we gonna save that for Thursday. We gonna save that for Thursday.
Go back. I appreciate you and love you, sis.
Hey, wait a minute. I got one question.
What you got, sis?
I got one question now. You gonna answer?
I'm gonna do my best.
Where's Grand Sheik Akhenaten, babe?
Akhenaten doing his show. You know he doing his radio show tonight.
He what?
He's on the radio right now. He's on the radio till 3 a.m. Oh,
goddamn, I gotta find me a radio.
You can go hear his voice right now on let me pull it up.
Man, send me the shit in my motherfucking message.
I'm gonna send it to you.
I
Night
ain't gonna go
Watch.
on there.
Night Watch
I ain't gonna go on there, but I just want to listen.
WORG in Atlanta. He's on the radio right now as we speak. Brother Akhenaten Salam Bey on WRFG Atlanta. And then you got you got rap around your head. Now you've been out. All right, now I'm gonna leave it alone. Let me bring in
You
Sis
keep some
Noble.
bullshit going. You do. You don't do nothing but keep a mess.
That's all right. WRFG family. But sis, I want to bring in Sis Noble real quick. And me and you, we gonna get with it on Thursday, all right? Peace and love, sis.
Love you, sister.
So we got Sister Noble in the building. Sister Noble, how you doing, sis? How are you? What's wrong? What you do?
Long night. Long night.
Sis Noble, you was on my.
Let's try to do it regular, brother. Let's try to do it regular. I think my internet is cleared up. Everything seems like it's going right.
Oh.
All right. Pause your phone.
Okay.
Are you good?
I just got off this long live stream.
No, we're gonna come back and do this again.
Wow.
We're gonna do this again. But why are you shaking your head? What happened, sis? Talk to me.
Whew. That's a conversation I'm gonna have to have offline. Okay, I can't even talk about that. It's so much, it's just so much.
So much about what?
Oh my God.
Was a member of the nation.
It's just so much going on. It's so
was you
much
in the
going
nation?
on. Say what?
The nation. What that got to do with you? Was you in there?
Oh no, I'm good. I'm good.
Talk to me, sis. Noble, talk to me. What you feel? Give me something to go on.
No, I ain't gonna.
What you
I ain't gonna talk about it on a live.
What you hit the link for?
Oh no, I came here to talk to you. I thought you guys had ended the live stream. I came in here because I was invited. That's the reason why I came.
So come on, talk
I'm
to
sorry
me.
about that.
No,
I came in off this long live stream.
Where? On this channel?
Sinetta. You
was just on Sinetta?
Yes.
Now, sis, you know better than that. That's my brother, but you know it's a circus over there. Sis, you drained, ain't you? You over there messing with my big bro, right?
Yeah.
They still live?
No, they ended.
Hey, let me call my brother, see what he did to you.
No, he did nothing to me. It was very, I don't like debating, I don't like debate. I don't like debating.
Hold up.
I don't like. Now I enjoy watching the debates because there are people that are good.
1 second, sis. 1 second. I got my brother sign that on the chat. So Sister Noble just hit the link. Brother, she look wore out. What you do to my sister over there?
He ain't did nothing to me.
She said she was over there for a long live stream over there. Sis Noble.
She was putting in work. Sister Noble was putting in work, bro.
She was putting in work?
Hell yeah.
He ain't did nothing to me.
I just told her she came over here. She said she was on a long live stream. I said, where? She said, Sinetta. I said, man, let me call my big brother up, make sure everything all right.
Oh, yeah, everything all right. She was holding it down over there, her and Nepal.
Hey.
Nepal was killing and Jabari.
Yeah.
I got to check that out tomorrow. Family, Sinetta on the... See, listen, I know y'all be trying to come for my brother Si, but this is my brother Si. Don't y'all forget it. Let him know, Si.
You already know, man. Come on, man. You already know. You already know, brother. Hey, you said something about you sent me a text the other day. You said, "Damn, son, you killing the Hebrews."
Brother, you be hey, bro, man. The Hebrews can't catch a break from you, bro. What you doing?
Hey, man, I just gotta do what I do. I learned from the best, man.
And I learned from Si. So don't come for me. Peace out, Si. Salute, Si. Peace.
All right, peace, man.
See, I had to call my brother to make sure.
I don't like debating. I don't. That's not what I do.
Yeah.
I told Sinetta and them that ain't what I do. Debates.
So what you do?
I just don't like debates. I don't like debating. I enjoy watching other people debate because there are some people that are good at debating, but I'm not one of those individuals.
Oh yeah,
that's not me.
I'm mean with it. But yeah. Sister Noble, are you a part of Angel Snoop group?
Yes. Operation Exodus, Mississippi.
Yeah. So listen, we've been here for a long time too. So we need to have you available maybe on Sunday or Monday, because I want to talk that people was talking about our interview went so long and it got so heated that I want to make sure it's 12:47 here. I want to make sure people have a true concept of what the operation is all about and not just a snapshot. So if you don't mind, I would like to bring y'all back so we can talk specifically about that. Because
okay.
I don't like to do anything. I don't like to do a show. I like to clown. I like to have fun. I like to teach. I like to inspire. But I also want to make sure that we have the solution on the back end. What's the point of talking about a situation with no solution?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. That'll be fine. That'll be fine.
All right. So I'll let Angel Snup. Snup. Y'all remember, Angel is a dog.
Yeah.
That's my boy. Hey man, I think I created a new brother over here, man. Yeah. I'm talking about the masculine. What do he call himself? The supreme masculine or something? Bro, you got so many attributes. Angel Snup, the attribute, the supreme something. I don't know, man. Anyway, anything you want to ask this before we come back?
No, I'm good. I can talk on Sunday or Monday, whenever, whatever day that you want to do it.
Indeed. So I appreciate you. Where'd my brother go? He didn't stepped off. I want him to have some closing words.
Yeah.
He done stepped off. Somebody just scared him. That's right. That okay, you was talking about them bean pies. Now you ain't on the screen. Come on back here, let us know you good. People pull up. Gucci Man Jeezy. Wait a minute. Goodness gracious. Yeah, I forgot. He an older brother. Somebody said duty called. He had to go tinkle. He can't hold it. He had to go tinkle. Where you with that, brother? With them bean pies. Come on back here, let us know you good. Where you was at? People pull up.
Yeah.
Gucci Man Jeezy.
Oh, I had that happen to me before. No, it's my internet tripping.
Yeah, I forgot. He almost older brother. Somebody said duty called. He had to go tinkle.
No, I went to.
Yeah, hold it. He had to go tinkle. You was over there eating them. You was over eating them kerosene bean pies.
It's my internet. Yeah.
Hold up.
You need to happen to me before.
Hold up. We gotta get you right before we get out of here.
Call.
We gotta get you right before we get out of here. My bad. I called the wrong number. There you go. I called the wrong number.
Okay, we're back at this.
Where you at?
Yeah, my
Are you there?
internet, it's really tripping.
Hey, because you've been dropping mega bombs tonight. You can't talk that type of talk. Hold up, 1 second. You can't talk that type of talk and not have internet glitches. It is what it is. I'm trying to tell you. Listen, I got all types of stuff to deal with all of this type of internet glitches, because they will come for you. You know what I'm saying? When you talk this type of talk. Some of these people that you're talking about are connected in places that you don't even know about. Or if you do know about it, you better guard yourself, and know what's going down. But brother, what I wanted to do is I wanted to make sure that you get the last word. I think everybody, the consensus is real. Everybody here said they want you to come back. You know what I'm saying? And I do it for the people. And if the people say it's a go, it's a go. So we're gonna come back and cover some more ground, and we're gonna talk about the Operation MISSISSIPPI.
Absolutely.
All right. So, brother, won't you close us out real quick? And we're gonna be back on Sunday or Monday, whatever your availability is.
Yeah, it could be Sunday or Monday, but it makes no difference. I can do it.
I would say something to the people. The people like you, man. You just won over. You won over the toughest audience on. You just won over the toughest audience on the internet. This one. Listen.
We the same. This is home, bro. This is home.
You won over.
I thank you so much for making my trolls look bad. You know, thank you, trolls, for coming and you know, and so it's all the brothers and sisters said, they want me back. So we coming back.
That's
now,
right.
You want more of 87 you want to get real on this, I want you to visit me. You can easily look it up. Reality's Temple on Earth Ministry. Reality's Temple on Earth. And our plan, our solution is Operation Exodus Mississippi Campaign. Now, there's a difference. Reality's Temple is my ministry. I do my thing. I do my thing. That's my ideology. That's my personal thing. I just want to let you know. The plan, Mississippi plan, has nothing to do with my personal ideology or belief. We can do the Mississippi campaign together. And I can see right now what the brother got going on, what we got going on can easily blend because it's really the same thing.
Oh, you muted yourself, brother. You muted. Hold up. Snup. Angel snup. My brother, I can't hear you. Your phone. You muted.
Yeah, what is that?
There you go. You back.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I just want to let the people know I appreciate it. I thank you for wanting to see us come back. I want us to be family here because I just talked briefly to our brother here. We're on the same page. It's time to get busy and produce some real stuff. It's time to end this condition, this thing once and for all. In our lifetime, we are the greatest generation ever produced, and we need to live up to that. And that's what we're going to do. Follow competent leadership. Hold everybody accountable. If I can't do it, I sit my happy ass down. Let this brother roll and support him. Whoever can get the job done, we bringing this all to an end. All that personality, worship and hollering and screaming, that's over. You can't eat off of that. You can't live off of that. You can't sell a police over. You can't fill it with that. It's time for us to get it and keep it real. And that's what we're about. Reality Stuff on Earth Internet Ministry, Operation Exodus Mississippi, easy to remember. Anchor Stuff number 7. I'm on the internet. You can easily find me. Sister Noble, she got a book. God is on trial. Check it out. It's in the description box of all my videos. And we'll be back next week. There you go. We'll be back next week with our brother. And if you cannot wait, and you shouldn't have to wait, Reality Stuff on Earth Internet Ministry, Operation Exodus Mississippi. Thank you, brother, for allowing us a few minutes to be here and talk to the audience. I really enjoyed it. And I can't wait to see you brothers and sisters again. We can really get this job done. I think the floodgates have opened. And we out.
Peace and love, family. Appreciate you.
Love,
see you soon, sis.
See ya.
Love, peace, and soul. That soul brother, the masculine soul brother, has come to Moorish World TV, family. This is good. Hey, I think it was a pretty decent demonstration, family. I really do. And if you thought it was a pretty decent demonstration, don't forget your thumbs up. And also leave a comment. The book was called God is on Trial. God is on Trial. But leave a comment, family. And I ain't even talking about a comment here or where we at, wherever we at, wherever the comment is. You know what I mean? But come back and leave a comment in the comment section, because I think he does have a lot of troll, a lot of haters. But I want to encourage people that disagree, come here and calmly express your disagreement and your concern. Nor do I want anybody to think that I'm coming for NOI, because we'll be talking about the MST of A, the Moorish Science Temple's lack thereof of participation also soon. Yeah, we'll be talking about that soon. So it's not, it's all about to try to make some adjustments so we can get this success expedited. Let me give a shout out to Faith Speaks, Purcell of Valor, Ern Gerd, Roy Wright, Dynamite Lightning, Mark Anthony. Family, I'm going to do everything that I can do to be in here tomorrow. We got to get some updates on Grandmaster J. We got to do it. We got to get some updates on Grandmaster J, and I got plenty of them and things that are associated with it. So peace and love, family. We be back tomorrow. I'm going to do my best. I don't care how hard I got to work. I'm going to do my best to work it out so I can be here tomorrow. Peace and love.